you. Hello and welcome.
Oh, hey.
Hello and welcome to Out of the Row.
Unexpected Fitz explosion.
Yes.
We are
Or
running a
Johnny
little
Cash
bit
and-
late. You'll notice that there are no females on our stream, as the Ferengi say.
Yes, so there's going to be a lot more testosterone for the next 5 minutes or so until they join us. But now we can talk about manly things. So if anyone has questions, manly questions. Oh, she's back. Oh no, this is I thought that was
We should also
thought that
probably take a moment of silence for the Queen of England, now deceased.
and the Queen of Canada, our queen. She's been on our money our entire lives. So
She's technically
rest in
still
peace,
your
Queen.
still
No,
you're
we
still
have
under
King
royalty.
Charles. King Charles is.
Oh
yeah,
wow!
It's instant. Like they're calling him King Charles now, so he's gonna be on our money soon.
He's gonna fix the weather.
Also,
But
hey uncle, hey dad, hey listers, what's up?
yeah.
Hey,
What
what's
is
happening?
what is this? Hi, gray head Greg.
Grey head.
Hi, nephew.
Hey, Dub, step in.
Nice,
Your
nice.
Irish traitorness.
Who's
Yeah,
the Irish
Chris.
traitor?
I mean, Crits is for Crits and
Crits.
Giggles is Irish. Probably why
'Cause
he
he
doesn't like
says-
the Queen.
Fuck the queefs. Oh, quees. Yes.
God
Keats?
save our gracious Queen. God save our. Well, how's it go?
just
God
wanna-
save the Queen. It's the same. Tune as
Hashtag
"My
avenge
Country
Larry.
Is of Thee" for all you American people. Is God save the Queen? Just in
It's
case
the
you're
same as
confused.
it's like your national anthem. It's just like, oh Canada,
No.
oh
Mm.
Canada.
Well, not quite. It's
No,
not
at all. The Canadian national anthem is more of a dirge. It's just not uplifting at all. I consider it like a dirge. Oh, it's like "Happy Birthday" is a dirge. Also,
Well,
It's
we
just
all
this-
know the most uplifting
Worst
national anthem is the Russian one, because the one thing the Russians did good is they kept good music alive.
Okay, what does the
Yeah,
Russian national
wasn't
anthem
it?
sound
Was it
like?
Schopenhauer? Because it's like a great. It was
Let me
actually.
see.
Who was it? Is it? But there's a great composer who actually composed the
Tchaikovsky
Russian-
or something.
Was it? Yeah, might have been
Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff were both.
Yeah.
Tchaikovsky, I think,
Sausage
is the best
fest.
composer in history. That's just
Who
my
is?
opinion.
The other guy,
Tchaikovsky.
that is correct. We are a
I
bunch
think
of
he might be my
dudes
favorite
here.
too. I absolutely
doing
love the
dude things.
Nutcracker and Swan Lake.
Yeah.
They're ballets.
True.
I love them.
And
Very
his
underrated.
Rena says the
1812
French
overture
anthem is the
amazing.
best. Honestly, I just like that the William Tell song. Why isn't that someone's national anthem? That's a great
We
song.
need.
That's the national anthem of Waterdeep. I understand.
We need the
Mm.
Terminator as our
Makes
national anthem.
Chunk,
You know, like
chunk, chunk, chunk.
yes.
Yeah. The lyrics are chunk, 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 chunk,
Mm.
chunk, 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 chunk. So beautiful.
So,
Snapped.
Legit. I'm not
Very
saying it just to be
Austrian.
patriotic. I actually do like the American national anthem the best because it's
It
actually
is.
like it's a motivating story. It's like an
It is
amazing story,
uplifting.
actually. Yeah.
People should Google. There's a case at a Canadian hockey game where they're playing the American national anthem, and the PA system has a hiccup, and the music cuts out after the first two lines. Then the all Canadian crowd takes over and sings the rest of the American
I've seen that.
national
Yeah.
anthem. It's
Wow.
beautiful. It's a great moment. Like, it's really
Yeah,
wonderful.
Beautiful.
Because Canadians, like, we like to rib Americans, but we're actually very hospitable neighbors.
This
especially
is
the
why
hockey
we
fans.
should just be one country. I mean, come on. They should just make a state called Canada, the 52nd state or whatever.
We should.
Wow.
We can do that if
Wow.
maybe if Biden and Trudeau come together and they form this super president using all of their skills, combining it together, all of their genius, their sexual degeneracy, and they combine together and they make a super president, I'd be down.
Hang on. Is Trudeau also a sexual degenerate? I
No,
wasn't
just
aware.
Biden.
Just
No.
Biden.
Oh, okay.
Just Biden
right.
is a child sniffing pedo. But Justin Trudeau, he's more of a cuckold, I would say.
To be fair, he's
Hmm.
not necessarily a pedo, just his son is.
Well, the child
Biden?
sniffing, have you seen that? It's strange. It's weird. But we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
yet.
Sniffing.
But I digress. They would make a super president of a super nation.
Yeah. This
AKA
is
the
probably
other guy
true.
is correct. If Canada joined the States, Quebec would finally cede, and it would be like Can America and Quebec would be the two
in
countries.
America.
Yeah, that would be
It's
do
the other
like
way
that.
around.
That's
Canama?
Americanada. Americanada. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Americanada.
The United States of Canada.
Yeah.
Ooh.
United States of
Ooh.
Canada. Well, that's kind of putting everything on Canada. I don't
Yes,
know.
you're
It's a little
right.
top heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
like
could
it.
see America not being down with that. I feel like that wouldn't be their thing.
Hey guys, did you notice? Fig has
What?
entered the room.
Yeah, what?
Oh, she's here.
I know.
Oh,
Wow.
hey.
We were
How
talking
that?
about Queen.
She was so quiet, you know. I just didn't notice the sudden influx of
Yeah.
estrogen.
Hey Francis.
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 Yo, we need
Francis.
another necromancer.
Marinata. That's nice.
You know.
Isn't there a movie kind of like that? I can't remember what it was.
If
Probably.
when I get romantic, I like kissing, my partner's neck. That makes me a bit of a neck romancer, wouldn't you say?
Ooh, I would say
I
that
do
you are
like
a romancer
kissing.
of neck.
That's
am a
mate. That's pretty
necromancer.
accurate.
Yeah.
That was pretty good actually. But I
Yeah.
need you to leave the room.
Good point, listeners.
Bye.
Yeah. You have punned yourself out of this.
Wow.
Speaking of,
So, oh no, I was joking. You don't have to.
Greg, come back.
Hi, y'all. What's this? If America and Canada combined, it would be like a combo of Home Improvement and the Red Green Show. I get Home Improvement. I don't get the second half.
It's like a Canadian
that's
home
a very
improvement.
Canadian show that
okay.
yeah, it's interesting. But the thing about Canadian television is the Canadians don't
Okay,
watch
the
it.
Francis.
We don't
Sorry.
really watch it.
Francis is into your necromance thing.
You should bring this up on your podcast. Like, if you go to his podcast, Is It Love? You can check out his Twitter for it, at AKA the other guy. But he has a podcast called Is It Love? And they go over romance and stuff like that and love.
Ooh.
And you should bring this up. You should
Good
have,
call,
like,
Rena.
love puns. Because
Love
every
puns.
woman loves a good pun. I found
Especially
in
when
my
it
life.
has to do with a necromancer.
Yeah, nothing like dead people in the
Romantic.
bedroom, am I right? Wait.
You guys want to see the ring I printed? Check this out. Oh, you can't see it.
Oh,
It has the
cool.
elven writing on it.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very nice. That's
Doesn't show
awesome.
up on this camera.
In honor of the new Rings of Power series. Which
It was
Did you
caca.
paint-
I told you. You were like, no, let's
It was
wait. It doesn't even
fine.
stand on its own. It's
It
crap
was
even if it's not token.
Fine. The only thing I thought Galadriel was a little dull because she's clearly a Mary Sue. Clearly a Mary
she's
Sue.
a Mary
just like
Sue.
Rey.
She can't
But everything
act.
else was okay.
The story sucks with anything.
Her
with
acting
her.
was fine. She's got a good look. I like the actress. I think she was fine.
I think the
I
actor
like
was
Mark
terrible.
just contradicted everything Greg just said. The acting was fine. She looked okay.
No, but we agree that she's a Mary Sue. But I think the acting is good and she's beautiful. I like her.
Okay,
I mean,
in the
it's
chat.
hard to be a good actor in a shitty
Let's see
role.
who's right, because chat knows everything.
All right, chat.
Do you guys think Galadriel, the actor, did a good job or a bad job in Rings of Power?
Right, or more specifically, is it Galadriel's fault, or is it
This,
the fault?
depending on your
writing
answer, it
and
may or may
directing?
not buy you more power on our show. So think of your answer wisely.
Oh, yeah, fair. But I mean, it depends. Like, are you going to cater to Greyhide, or are you going to cater to the almighty Dungeon Master? Amalia, where do you stand on this issue?
I'm Switzerland.
Okay, that's
Have you?
fair.
Did you not see it?
Yeah,
I have a
Amalia.
lot of
seen it yet.
family in
I
Switzerland,
don't have
by the way.
I don't have access to.
Cleege is into
video.
Rings of Power.
Cleege agrees with Mark. Cleege,
All right,
you're
Cleege
dead
is
to
in.
me.
Wow.
Rings of Power
Ouch.
is great so far. Galadriel actress is doing a good job. I would agree.
I think the best actor in it so far was Desna. Not Deza, I think. The Black Dwarf lady. She was the best by
Galadriel.
far.
I liked her, and there's a
Galadriel
lot of
Dole.
negativity
Francis.
surrounding her, but I thought she was
Yes,
great.
Galadriel Dole is the way I would have said it too.
Wow.
Like, it was
Galadriel
just
Dole.
boring. I was not interested in that storyline at all.
No, it's the
It
worst
didn't
storyline
connect
of
you
all
at
of
all. Yeah. It's
but
like,
then there's-
here's some narration to get you involved, except it doesn't at all because it's narration. Like, what's the first tenet and when you make a script? You say, show, don't tell,
Show,
right?
don't
Show,
tell.
don't tell.
And that's what
Peter
they did. They told.
Jackson got away with a little bit of narration, but it was like about a minute long. This one in Rings of Power, it was about 5 minutes, and it got duller as it went on. So,
But it also made you get into a character through the narration, not like Lord of the Rings would never do that. It's just like some background about history. This was like, here's a character you should really like, narrating it.
And
Now go.
another thing,
I mean,
there's
you know,
tons
Memento
of
did that.
exposition in the dialogue. instead of showing action, learning how we are. So there was a lot of talking heads of Galadriel and Elrond just talking and talking and talking about the importance and why I want to stay in this world and I don't. And it's just like that should be illustrated. You know, that is it's just bad writing. I was saying that as it coming through. So, but
it's not true, Crits. Tolkien's dead.
Wow!
Jesus.
Ouch! I'm gonna
then
also
again,
go.
I was
cry now.
bored by the first few episodes of Game of Thrones. Maybe that makes me a weirdo, but it takes time to get into certain characters.
Do you know the world we live in? We live in a world where House of Dragon has better looking elves than Rings of Power.
I didn't watch House because I can't afford HBO. But I used to. Pre-COVID, I had all the channels. You know,
heard it's
COVID
good.
took everything from me, and by everything,
I'm just
channels.
waiting for people to give me their passwords so I can watch all these things.
Yeah,
I
nudge,
get my
nudge.
Amazon
Anyone
password
in chat.
from my nephew's ex-girlfriend's uncle, and I'm not even making that up.
That's amazing.
I've never met him, but I have an account there. So until he figures it out.
Oops. All right, here we go.
His ex-girlfriend.
We should really get started, but I have to prove a point
probably
real
should.
quick.
And I named my
excellent.
profile on it G
She-Hulk.
Soros.
Also, by the way,
Initial
Mark
G
cleans up
Soros.
nice, guys.
This,
Yeah.
these are the Targaryens in House of the Dragon. Are these not better looking elves, and they're not even elves, than in anything in Rings of Power?
I mean, they do look sort of elven.
It's better art
And-
direction in general. Like it's
Well, yeah,
a little less
that's
angelic. I think in Rings of Power they're too angelic.
It's also better
Mm.
casting. That
Mr.
guy on the
Mike,
left is an amazing
I don't know if
casting.
you can
I mean,
share your
amazing
account
actor.
with me because
Nice.
you're in the States. I think it'd be different.
Yeah,
Fair.
probably.
But thank you.
What is Greg smoking? Greg is smoking not carbohydrates.
I'm smoking Emmy ramen.
Hey!
Oh, I hit the wrong thing.
Don't smoke it. It's actually better if you eat it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Craig, did you try the new Emmy?
It has not arrived yet.
Hello, Mike.
But yeah, Emmy Ramen is sending a new
vampires.
formula to our house to try it out and test it before they release it.
Ooh.
So we'll let you
Ooh.
guys know.
Whoa,
how
whoa,
that
whoa!
goes.
You guys are
Yeah.
like beta testers for Emmy?
Yeah,
That's
and we'll
like
see-
prestige.
or send it to you all too. I don't know. I don't remember. But the
They said they'll send
Thank you,
it,
Paige. Glad
maybe
someone
when
noticed.
it's officially launched, but they're in Canada, so no. As
yeah.
usual.
By the
we
way,
get-
Cleage, I was saying that's how bad the elves are in Rings of Power. These non-elves look better elves than them. But
I mean, but what it became was
Anyways.
an excellent segment.
I'm not going to watch Game of Thrones because I'm more of a Tolkien fan. So, and
you don't have
yes,
to.
I
choose.
realize, but I'm only going to pick one. I'm doing.
I
Rings
probably
of
won't
Power.
watch it either.
Man, back in the day, I knew a girl that I was into who learned Elvish, so I learned how to like write with the Dwarvish runes, and I read the Silmarillion to impress her. And then we never talked, but honestly, it's kind of an entertaining read.
Maybe you said bad things in Elven
Yeah,
language.
yeah, she wasn't into my.
I never did the
Dwarven
Soy
calligraphy.
Marillion. I've done, I've read Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. but
You
I
mean
never
on
did
Instagram?
the Soy
Karina?
Marillion?
The
Or
Silmarillion.
what?
You know, the,
Yeah, you
the
could probably
Silma-
send him a message on Instagram if you want to
The
try
Silma-
out
already
the new
did.
formula. Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
The Silmarillion is like the Bible in
may
that
have been
some
talking
of
to
it
other
is
people.
like these rich, riveting, intense stories,
Game of Rings.
and some of it is just like pages and pages of like this, the son of this, the son of this, the son of this.
Genealogy, interesting.
Did I do a smut book? Actually, Dubsteppin, I did once write a porn parody comic of Lord of the Rings.
Hey, Orchid Twilight.
Orchid
Thanks for following.
Twilight.
Look at that.
Woohoo!
Those
Thank you.
emojis.
Yes,
Hey,
Orchid Twilight.
welcome.
Sorry for where
Nobody
you got in
asks
there.
me if I ever did a porn
not-
book.
Orchid Twilight. Hello, everybody.
Well, hello.
I'm
Please,
sorry you had
I
to
love
walk
it.
into that, Orchid Twilight.
Yeah, well, anyway, so Lord of the Rings, though. Cleage
I
is
promise
right.
this is a D&D channel.
They're gonna hate it.
Yeah. Speaking
Give
of
it a
which,
chance. Give Rings of Power a chance. And,
All we are saying.
I'll think about it, but it's already annoying.
oh, not
me a
you.
lot.
You're hopeless. But I'm just telling. That's my.
To be
pitch
fair,
to
the
the
parts I
audience.
thought I would hate the most, I ended up hating the least. And
I like the dwarf stuff was
yeah.
fun, and I'm
Yeah, the
interested
dwarf
to see
stuff
what
was
this
the
forge
best.
that they have to. We know what the
Yeah.
forge is going to be for, and I'm curious
Yeah.
to see how all of this comes together. Let's be taken on an adventure. Let us tell a story, like we are going to take all of you on an adventure.
What is a
Which is
close man bun?
No, I think it's choose your own man bun.
Oh, it already is.
Well, yeah, but you have to change it, but you get to choose what it becomes.
Oh.
Very lifelike. You must choose what the man bun becomes.
It's like choose your own man bun adventure book. Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
so I think that's everything. Also, the music you're hearing comes from Tabletop RPG Music on Patreon. Check them out. They're right there. Pause the video if you see it, because I'm taking it away. I think that's
Choose your
basically
own
it.
bun.
You can find the rest of our socials on our link tree here. Twitter, Instagram. We're pretty active on both. As well as you can check out all the fun YouTube thumbnails on YouTube.
The last one was
And
great.
we upload everything there. Yes, the last one was Adolescent. So I think with that, should I play the intro? I feel like it's been so long now, but maybe I should play the intro still.
Let's play the intro.
No? What do you guys think? And we're back. So,
What an intro.
let's see.
Yes.
Last time on Art of the Roll, the party went shopping. Yay! Greyhide's favorite thing in the world. While they went shopping, they devised that they would be dealing with. Well, I guess you also learned from Jarlaxle that the keys to get into the Vault of the Dragons to get all that money that was embezzled is a drow hand, which he provided from someone, a
Elric.
a unicorn horn, and a certain dwarven ditty recital that you have to do in front of the door. He told you that he knows that the Castellanters in their house actually have a unicorn horn, for whatever that's worth. He heard that. So you all decided that, well, if you're going to deal with the Castellanters, you're going to deal with devils. So you went and bought a bunch of anti-devil stuff, like arrows of slaying and things like that. Actually, I think this arrows of slaying was the only devil thing you bought. But regardless, you bought stuff. Got some upgrades.
Yes.
Make sure you mark them as attuned in your character sheet. It's next to equipment. If you select equipment, you should have an attune tab, and then you just make sure you drag it over to say that you're attuned to it, if it's something you had to.
Yeah.
So, after that, you all went back to Troll Skull after a bit of an argument on what you're going to do next.
Oh yeah,
came
I
up with
couldn't find some. Sorry to interrupt. I just couldn't find. If we can go through that later, I can find some of those items in the inventory. But do you know which one particular right off, or can we do it? Or do you want to do it a little later? we can do it later because I don't know which are the ones that I bought now.
Oh yeah. Reroll if fits. Wow. Puma Man is already starting.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, Barry?
Hey.
And seduce the next NPC.
Naturally.
So,
It's because
after
we missed
you came
me.
up with a plan. By the way, I think your plan was to capture the kids, knock them out, and then replace them or something. But before that could happen,
I think those were the guards, not the kids.
I'm pretty sure you bought 2 sleeping potions to knock out kids.
No,
Oh,
I
the
thought that
Castle
was the
Lantern
guard.
kids? Was that a
Yeah.
real plan?
I mean,
You bought the
so
sleeping potions?
Greyhide. I don't know. We might be confusing that with Greyhide punching a carriage driver, and Fitz having to create an illusion of a wall in front of the horses to save a group of orphans.
Oh, that's right. You almost
A
killed a bunch of
carriage
orphans.
driver who didn't know his place and stepped out of line by addressing a paladin directly.
This man
Yes,
bun is the
heaven
most
forbid.
annoying I've ever had. Holy crap, it keeps getting in my eye.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious. So, Alpha gets a reroll
Sorry.
too. Puma Man Redux is unrelenting. By the way, that seduction was from Cleage.
Thank you,
You're
please.
still Stacey Hacks a lot, Jessica.
I'm still what?
Oh
Your
yeah,
name
yeah.
says Stacy.
Yeah.
It's
Shocking.
okay.
Ugh.
You're
I can
Enigma.
update it.
Oh.
I don't think you can
Enigma.
change it without leaving. It's okay. But this is Enigma. Oh,
Boom.
that was easy. Wow, you're
Stacy
wizard.
Boom.
It's because she's
Team
a hacker.
Shine will be coming back on Monday, along with Stacy Hacks a lot and
Please,
Yeah,
that's
check out the
probably
next Monday
exactly what you
episode.
should do.
That ramen looks so good in the background.
Oh, I forgot about it was in the background. Thank you for reminding
I
me.
know.
It looks
Yeah,
so
it does.
delicious. Like I just want ramen now.
Why isn't anyone paying attention? Why are they all drooling?
Mhm,
Fitz
mhm.
gets a D8 inspiration.
Ooh.
So
Listeners, I will do a song and dance. You watch me.
is he going to get the cat? No.
Probably.
Wait,
Bring
is he
it
singing
back.
too? He is. He's doing the cat thing. Did you hear that, her?
He's
So-
reaching into the tower
So cute.
behind him
Oh,
Someone
one
narrate
thing
him.
to pull out a kitty.
Gray hide in his room, searching for something. We don't know what.
His natural habitat. As he goes for the porn mags, but then remembers he's on stream. He puts them back.
Oh my god, it's so cute. I hear that little meow.
His eyes are dark,
Yeah.
full of pain.
Yes. Oh, there it is.
Tom
Tom Cam. Really, you're having him eat in front of the camera? Can't hear. Wow. Are you watching, Rena? I mean, moderator?
It's like cat ASMR.
are you getting that ASMR action?
Probably. Wow, look at that
Can't hear it
cat.
enough.
Big old cheeks.
Aw.
No ramen for Plug Ray. I mean, he's only 14 anyways, but he can eat that crap.
I love
But
you.
yeah,
Is he
he's
allowed-
having grilled chicken.
Are you allowed to eat ramen at the age
chicken.
of 14?
He showed me how he does his grilled chicken. It's pretty awesome. He cuts it up into like, I don't know how to explain. I can show you a picture later, but
Please,
smart.
I want to see.
Alright.
Is
Sounds
there
good.
sauce on it?
yeah, he marinates it, but he does a special thing to make the marinade get like throughout the chicken. It's kind of weird.
Ooh,
Um,
sounds good.
so
Oh my
anyways,
god,
can you?
I'm done eating.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, the way that the last episode ended was a paper bird came to Fig after she finished attuning to her new items, which we can't remember what they were, and
But we did.
you unravel it, and it looks to be a crudely drawn picture, probably drawn by a kid with some type of charcoal-like object, of a stick figure looking at this other bigger stick figure with horns sticking out of it. It's and another smaller stick figure, like the other stick figures, kid stick figures, but torn in half on the ground in two parts under what seems to be the horn stick figure, the demon or the devil,
The
whatever.
devils are finally eating the children.
And you see little wet spots that have since dried, but it's caused the bumpiness of the paper in some places.
Oh.
Either the children are crying or
Possibly
it's raining.
tears?
Probably. Or it's raining.
But
See
that's
what happens when you wink at kids? You build a relationship.
Well, can you do it without winking at them, though, Alpha? Like, is just the winking
Apparently not.
Mm.
This is how it works. Whatever works.
It works. You have to do what
necessary?
works, okay?
All right. The results
Okay,
are the
so
results.
what time is it right now?
it's about 8.
8 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fitz is in his room,
take
excited for a long rest after all the half-dead damage he's been taking from that gnome throwing him around in the shop.
I would say you would
Oh.
have about you had a whole day at this point. You're down to like -2 now
Oh, good. That's so nice.
on
I'm
everything.
only slightly dead, you know? Just
The episode
good.
before last, Fitz got resurrected, and so he has a -3, and he gets 1 back every day.
Yes. Which is why I now think that Greyhide's gold coin will actually show the location of the unicorn horn at the castle entrance.
By the way, this was the channel point last time, was to do the Two-Face beard.
Oh, yeah.
It's only on one
Oh my
side, so I
God,
went ahead
and
and did
you
my
still
chest
have
too.
it.
I shaved everything on this side of the chest and left this side,
Wow.
just to make it consistent, you know?
That is devotion.
Wait, did you shave your?
Damn.
That wasn't on live. That wasn't on live though. On live
No.
chat.
No,
I
that
know,
one
We
wasn't
got
live.
cheated, guys. We got cheated. I want the
Shit,
chat to
crap.
revolt.
I need to
Revolt.
disable that channel point before someone does something with it. Ah, where is it?
Gets you to shave the other half.
Oh, you had my beard left. All right.
Okay, I take my note and that I received from the kids, and I go down and I knock on everyone's doors.
Okay.
Yes.
Start
Alpha.
knocking.
Do you
What's up?
remember,
What's happening?
remember when we went to Castle Lantern's orphanage?
Yeah. What
yeah,
about
I
it?
had
The
left
children?
I left one of the birds that Mert gave us. I left one with one of the kids, and I told them to message me in case something. I don't know. I didn't really know.
That's a
just
good idea.
hunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I show Fitz the drawing. I just got this.
Oh my God! Look at. Oh my. Ah, the demons are eating children.
Well,
oh my God, we need to act. We need to call Mert. We need to call Vajra. We have to go to the orphanage
okay.
right away.
You
Greyheart,
have to remember.
Enigma, you're killing the children. Hey, what?
It doesn't look great.
Yes, they're killing children.
Well,
you have children?
sometimes kids enhance things, so we
you
definitely
don't
should
have to always be in
look
panic
into it.
mode. Sometimes as an adventurer,
Sure.
you need to play it cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Be
Right, I think
cool. Because when
You're
you're
playing the
fighting
wrong
forces of
character.
evil,
You're killing the
you know, we
children.
can't show weakness and fear. We got to roll in like the bosses we are. We're the damn Tarragon legends.
Okay, fine. Let's go
Let's
roll
be
in like the
cool
bosses we
and
are.
go in.
Are you
Well,
Steven?
maybe we could sleep on this overnight, but maybe we can find a
Sleep on it.
way.
There are children being eaten by devils. We can't
Who
sleep on
cares?
this.
You're half a man right now, okay?
Half a.
And you were already half a
I-
man to begin
How
with, 'cause you're
dare
half
you.
drow.
I am-
But
That is highly offensive. Oof. Do you know how much bullying I have faced because of my half-blood status? It's very unkind of you to bring it up in such callous fashion. Do you know, I have. You know what I used to tell people? I used to tell them, once you go drow, then you know how. Yes.
you're still a
There's a
virgin,
certain-
so no, I don't get
I
it.
didn't know what it.
You don't know. You don't know that. You do. Well,
There's
You
a
just
certain
don't
way
like
with drows.
I think you've told everyone.
oh shit.
It's
Sorry.
because the wiener comes out the belly button. You just have to know how it works.
That's not
The wiener.
that's not how that works. It's not. I show them my belly button just to prove that that's not where my genitals come out of. Look, we're getting sidetracked
Anyways,
here.
if we create some kind of diversion to go help those kids, it might be enough to attract the Castle Lanterns' attention to the orphanage, and we can go investigate the house.
Okay, but let's
Since
get
they're all
back
connected.
up. Let's get back up to join us at the orphanage to help save the orphans. But then, yes, as soon as the Castellaners
Yeah,
show
we
up,
don't need backup. You've got a paladin.
Greyhide, you know,
But
you barely made it against a carriage driver the other day.
I
want to
bought
take out
a
a
new
field of
shield,
devils.
a new magical shield that cost me
Oh.
5,000 gold.
Good. I hope
then
it's got
I,
a special ability against carriage drivers.
I'm going to use I'm going to try and subtly use my thaumaturgy ability to make the coin glow. The one in Fitz's pocket.
Roll sleight of hand. See if you can do it without being seen casting it.
Is there a thaumaturgy to make a voice, a
That's
booming voice, or emanate from an object? I think there is.
I think so. I think you can do that with thaumaturgy, actually.
I would like to.
It's
make
not
the
exactly
coin-
booming, but it's like a voice, yeah.
I would. It doesn't need to be booming, but I would like the coin to talk, so I can plug your ears, Mike. I would like to do it to manipulate Fitz. So let's see. So I do a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
I'll roll a sleight of hand to see what I got here.
Oh, right.
I got to do better than that. I'm going to use a lucky feat. No, I got to save a lucky feat for fighting demons.
You still have 3 of those, I guess, but you also have a reroll if you want to use it. Might be your
No,
last one.
I'll use a lucky feat on the sleight of hand because this is going to be fun.
Okay.
There we go. Cool. And
All
then
right.
let me look at my thaumaturgy, what it allows.
Mm-hmm. I can do one of 4 things, I think.
Your voice
Ow.
booms. That's not helpful. An instantaneous sound and or ominous whispers. Yes, I can do
Yeah.
that. So I am going to make it sort of vibrate and like, and then ominous whispers are going to come from it, and they're going to say, "Fitzgeoffrey, we mustn't tarry. The goddess says we must attack now, with
He
haste."
just put his headphones back on. Do it all over. First of all, Fitz, you hear in your pocket.
Fitzgeoffrey. Oh yeah, we hear there's a buzzing in your pocket, and then there's a sound that emanates from the coin, saying, "Fitzgeoffrey, we mustn't tarry. Tarry, we must not do. If there's anything you would do, tarry is the least thing that you should do. You must go to the castle lanterns now, and you must defeat the demons immediately without haste. And above all, listen to everything Greyhide says. He's very, very wise."
Whoa.
Holy shit! Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, this coin is saying that we should go immediately.
Very serious.
Yes.
Holy shit!
All right.
Those
coin,
are some ominous whispers.
Coin,
Yeah.
will you help us save the orphans from the devils in the orphanage? I say that to the coin.
I don't think the coin does that. It doesn't work that way.
It's one-way communication.
Yes,
All right.
You received a message from
welcome.
the gods.
Hey,
We mustn't. What you're doing right now is
Kyujin.
tarrying. We don't want to tarry.
Right. Let us go at once. Quickly, somebody send a note to Mert. Let him know that we are going to go take on the castle lanterns at the orphanage because they're eating the children. How do
You
we
want to
send
write a
message?
letter? That sounds like tarrying to me.
Oh my god.
I say we drop everything.
And what? Just go straight to the orphanage with no backup and take on a host of devils, just the four of us?
Well, that's what the coin said.
Mostly.
All right, fine.
It said
Let's
don't
go.
tarry.
I'm going to.
Who's Terry?
I'm going to run downstairs, and I'm going to give Angelo the instructions. Wait, is there anybody in the tavern, or is it just Angelo down there? I'm gonna be like,
So
guys,
what's the plan
we need to
here?
go. We have to go right now. There's no plan. We have to go to the orphanage.
Plan is
You've already
headlong
said
into
so.
danger, basically.
You're recovering.
time.
You need to sleep. It's 8
I am
p.m.
fine.
We can wait another.
No.
We can wait a night.
Alfred, did you hear this coin? This coin is blessed with the magic powers. Greyhide said so, and it says we have to go immediately. We have to go immediately, right now. Do you know what tarry means?
Now?
Tarry means wait. It said not to tarry.
Well,
Let's
you know
go.
what
What are you waiting
think
for?
that you could have a good night's sleep and maybe a nice breakfast first thing
The
in the
coin
morning.
said to go now. Come, and I'm going to leave them and slam the door on my way to the tavern. And I'm going to run down to the tavern and burst in there to see if there's anybody there.
We just let
Hey,
him
what are you
go.
doing in my tavern? Hey, Fitzgeoffrey, how are you doing?
Hey, you
Angelo.
burst in, and Angelo's there serving drinks. You see Floon in the corner yelling something with someone else you don't recognize, and the tower's doing okay. It's like 8 or 9 people in there.
I run up to Floon, and who's he with? Do I have to perception?
No, I mean he's with some halfling guy there. Never met the guy. He seems to be.
I'm gonna go into the tavern too.
intoxicated.
By the way, I'm gonna go follow Fitz.
Okay.
Okay. I want to do perception. Is there anyone else there that I know or maybe trust? Or is it just Floon? Is Floon all I have to work with here?
Are you just downstairs in our tavern?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give it a chance.
Trying to find
is
someone to
kinda
send a
random.
message.
Nope.
Just Floon?
Just Floon.
All right. I go to Floon, and I grab him by the shoulders. I turn him away from his companion, and I shake him, and I say, Floon,
Oh God.
we need your help immediately. I need you to deliver a message to Mert. Can you do that? Can you go right now? I will give you drinks on the house for the next week if you can do this for me.
He was looking at you like, "Are you serious?" And then you said the last part. Roll a persuasion with advantage.
With advantage.
Drinks on a
Because-
house for a week.
Floon likes drinks. I almost said for a year, and then I remembered how much Floon drinks, and I realized that was a terrible idea.
Angelo might
advantage,
serve
we
him
have a
premium. Be
17.
careful.
Okie dokie.
I'll have to.
With was there more things I
Oh.
missed? Oh no, never mind. Oh yeah, someone got advantage. Angelo gets advantage.
Angelo.
Wow. How about that? Plug Ray.
Angelo deserves
14-year-old
all
really
the
likes the
advantages.
puppet. It makes sense.
I mean,
So you say that to him, and he says, "Fitzy, pal, oh buddy, oh pal, oh buddy. Yeah, drinks. I don't really know, Mert, but I tell you what, I'll go tell Rainier, and I'll tell him to tell Mert."
Okay, fine. If Mert makes it, then we're all good. Okay, you need to tell Rainier to tell Mert this. Okay.
I'm listening.
The castle lanterns.
The castle lanterns.
The castle lanterns. You know the rich family, right? The castle lanterns. You know them. You know about.
It doesn't matter. I know what a castle lantern is.
Okay, the castle lanterns are eating children. Meet us at the orphanage as soon as you can.
Wow, that is such a coded message. All right, I'll go deliver that.
Hey, wait. I'm just going to take out a piece of paper and I'm going to write it down. Dear Mert, meet us at orphanage. Devils eating children. And I'm going to give it to him, and I'm going to say, give this to Rainier to give to Mert. Can you do that, Floon? Yes?
Anything for you, Fitzy, old boy, and a week of drinks. You know, I can drink a lot.
Yes, I'm aware of that. This is
You're
important.
gonna be so broke at the end of that week.
This is how important it. Well, you know, we're gonna split the cost or something. I don't know.
Angelo, a round on the house on me.
Floon, that's drinks for you, not for the house. Just drinks for you.
Angelo, never mind.
Yes, Angelo, a drink for Floon on the house to get him started on his.
All right, I'll go
stuff.
deliver it right after the drink.
All right, but drink it.
And
quickly.
no bar rail, just your premium stuff.
No, stop that, Alpha. What are you doing? Why are you making this worse? He doesn't care. He drinks swill.
Not the right music.
All right. And then I turn around. Is anyone else here, or is it just me in the tavern?
Yeah, there's like 8 other people in the tavern. You look around, you see random people you don't really recognize too much. You may have seen 1 or 2 come into the tavern before, but no one you recognize as someone you know.
Okay. Well, then I run back upstairs to tell the others.
Yeah, you run past Greyhide, who had also come down to the...
Oh, great.
Oh, hey, where you going, Fitz?
Well,
What's
where are
happening?
the others? We have to go. We have to go immediately. You had the coin. We have to go immediately to the orphanage.
I'd gone back to my room, got to bed.
I'm gonna try and do another sleight of hand to try and thaumaturge the coin. Can I do a sleight of hand?
Yeah, why not?
I'll allow it.
I mean, we're here.
I think Fitz's passive perception is 10, so... but I would say you're right next to him, so you'd probably have disadvantage on this one.
Disadvantage, okay.
Yeah, because he's right. You're right next to
I'll
him.
try it again.
But
Oops.
isn't he under already the influence of the coin?
I mean, but I might see him casting thaumaturgy. Maybe you should wait until I leave to run up the stairs to go get Alpha and Enigma.
Well, I was
if you
thinking,
wait-
like maybe after he passes me, right? I
Oh,
would
that's
be
worth.
sort of
And
like-
14's good. Yeah. Go ahead. What does the coins do?
It just buzzes
does
and it says,
Oh my! I'm getting another one.
"It's Jeffrey. Things
Yes?
have changed. There's a great opportunity to strike, but you must wait till precisely 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, after a rich and hearty breakfast."
This is
roll
very-
an insight.
Goodbye,
What's it?
Cleese.
Please, no!
No, please.
Okay. Goodbye,
Coin is too much
Cleese.
fun.
He's
I
leaving
don't want
because
to
of-
find out.
He's leaving because I don't like Galadriel.
Glad you do. I just want to say that.
Sorry, Cleese.
I have no
Galadriel.
opinion
So
right now.
19 minus 2 because I'm still a little bit dead, so I've got a
Thanks for coming.
17.
Yes. Yeah, it's enough. You realize something's weird about this coin. You get the impression that this coin isn't like this omniscient coin or anything like that. Something's going on with this coin.
Okay, so I look at the coin and I say, "Coin, if you're so powerful, how are we going to get past the orphanage's defenses?" To give it a test. Of course, can Greyhide hear that? Because I'm on the stairs.
Greyhide would hear in the distance, like, that him talking to the coin, asking if he's so powerful, how to tell him how to get past the orphanage, or something like that.
What will we
There's
do?
no. I hear it, but I don't give a reply.
Okay. Yeah, coin seems to be one-way communication, whatever it is.
I'm in
Whatever
a
it is.
I'm in a pretty
All
tough
right,
place
Fitz.
here.
I'm gonna run back to Fitz. Like, all right, Fitz. Like you said, we can't tarry. We gotta go right now, even though you're not rested. Let's go, Fitz, right now.
Well, I want to because there are children dying, but I don't know
Yes,
about
we don't want
this
any more
coin,
dying
you
children.
know? No, you're right. We don't want any more. Let's go wake the others. You know what? This coin can go bugger itself in an alleyway. Let's go wake the others.
Wait. The coin said something. Did you get a new message from the coin? What are you talking
Well,
about?
yes, it said to go tomorrow morning after a hearty breakfast. But frankly, that seems very strange. to me.
What? You're
I
thinking of
don't-
defying the coin? Do you know
Yeah,
the
there-
lengths
there-
and
That's
troubles
not
of
good.
accurate
Don't
coin?
defy
to defy it? I thought
There are
I
children-
knew you,
there-
Fitz.
There are children dying as we speak. Did you see the drawing? They're getting cut in
if-
half by devils. How many more
But the
orphans?
coin clearly said that there is a great opportunity tomorrow at 10.
Wait a second. I didn't tell you that the coin said there was a great opportunity. You said that.
I didn't say that.
Greyhide.
The coin said that. That's right. I
Yes,
never
the
said
coin
that. The
said
coin
that.
did. So
Now, how would you?
you
Yes.
should listen
so,
and
you tricked me. You. Oh God. Is this a joke to you? Children are being cut in half by devils, and you're making a coin joke. Oh, hearty breakfast.
Listen, this
That should have
coin
tipped
is
me off.
legit. I may have heard something. You know, I don't like the tone, the accusatory tone we're taking. So let's just sleep on it, and then we'll go first thing in the morning. I think we're all a little wound up.
There are children being cut in half by devils. I say we go now. How many more children do you want to have cut in half by devils? Is there
0.
Yes, well, it's too late for 0. There's already 1 that's been cut in half, as clearly showed by the drawing.
Well, they're probably vagrants anyway. Okay, let's go now. I say, I'll
Good.
rouse the troops. And
Yes,
stuff.
good. You go
So
get
you've
Enigma.
sent a message
I'll go get
to
Alpha.
Mert for help and that sort of thing. Okay,
He'll join us soon.
guys. We're gonna go now.
Alpha, wake
right.
up. Bring your bear or bird or whatever he's doing right now. Alpha. Enigma. Hey.
Yes.
Hello. We're going.
What?
We're going now to the orphanage. We're going. The children are being cut in half. We can't have that. Mert's already on his way. We got to get there before him.
Do you know, Fitz, how much I hate shopping?
No.
Do you know what we spent the day doing?
Yes,
I-
we
You
spent
know
the
how
entire day
tired
buying roads,
that would
No.
make someone?
crafting stuff. That's boring.
Punching
We need
carriage
to
people.
kill demons
Yeah.
immediately,
Just-
Yeah.
like the coin told us. No
Yes.
tarrying.
Don't you enough with that coin, Greyhide. Enough with that coin.
It's
not
a drawing worth investigating, but I don't
What?
think we need
It's
to
a drawing of a children
now.
being Why are all of you
It's-
just monsters?
It's almost
There's
9
children
p.m., I'm assuming, after all this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an
We
adventurer.
don't-
I can't go out after
8:30.
9 o'clock in the evening after a busy
I mean,
day
we've
of
had a lot of
shopping.
adventures lately. We don't even have a plan.
I died, and you're complaining about going shopping? Let's just go. There's children dying.
How often are you going to use the I died excuse?
Angelo, suddenly, Lift comes from the back kitchen and gives you a potion.
For Angelo.
Just in case
All right.
he takes damage when we go after the castle lantern.
Oh,
Sorry. Sorry, I'm not doing wasn't prepared for that. Thank you, though.
Angelo.
Angelo, thanks for the
Alpha.
potion.
Yeah, let's keep him healthy and alive.
I agree with that.
All right,
all
let's
keep
go
Angelo
right now.
healthy.
The worst thing that happens is that Weekend Fitzjeffrey dies, and then we'll have to.
The worst thing that
Then
happens.
we'll have to get him resurrected or not again. So
Thank you,
I
Chris.
don't know. I just am tired of
Aw.
this bickering. It's just sort of irritating now. Just wanted to
Okay.
tell you that I love
Bye.
all of you. Thanks for being amazing. Oh,
Yeah.
Aw, love you
That
too,
crits
Fritz.
guy.
Aw. Why are you gay?
The worst,
I love you too.
the worst thing that could happen is we don't go right now, and a bunch of children are eaten. Innocent children are being eaten by devils. Plus, the longer we wait, the more powerful the Castellanders will be. Plus, Mert is already on. I already sent Floon to get Mert. So if Mert gets there and we're not there, we're gonna look like
Aw.
idiots. All
Do
right,
you
what's he
see
gonna
how
do?
Tubby that guy is? He's not moving in with haste.
Yeah, well, he's
Like-
not gonna take 9 hours of a night.
He's
to
gonna
get there.
roll on up.
He's gonna get there, and we're not gonna be there, and then he's gonna be. What if Mert dies? Do you want that on your conscience?
I
sure
don't know
Alright,
much
fine.
about the guy, but you can handle
Wrong
it.
Wouldn't
one.
be
so-
on my conscience. You're the one who sent him to his death.
True.
I am going to go and stop the orphans from being eaten. I hope you all come with
You
me.
still don't know if they're being eaten.
There's a picture.
Let's-
Enigma.
Of a
I
child.
mean,
Let's-
we can just
okay.
we
We'll
can go and visit
investigate.
the castle lanterns. That's and we can just
Yeah.
we can scope out. And why don't Fitz and Alpha figure out how to make a diversion and
Fine.
do the stuff?
We'll
But
investigate.
we'll just
the
go for a
orphanage.
social visit. What do you say? Let's dress up
Intel
and
gathering
go out.
only, and then we come back and get a plan.
Fine.
Deal?
Unless they're
Intel
about to kill an
gathering
orphan,
only.
and then
Unless
Fine.
things
Let's
go
go.
sideways and I decide to start murdering demons, but that won't happen. We're just gathering intelligence.
maybe we should
Yeah,
all
dang
stay
it, Tommy.
together and go to the orphanage together. And then when Mert shows up at the orphanage, we can all go to the Castellanders. Does that
I
make sense?
like Greyhide's idea.
Yes, I'm
You
going
and
to
I-
talk to the. I'll be the
You
we'll
and I
be the
can
distraction.
disguise. We can disguise as kids. They can't, so they can
That's
go
true.
talk to cast lanterns, and we'll find out what's going on.
All right, fine.
And by the way, I painted my gauntlet black to look all evil. Remember?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I remember that.
So
Yes,
Greyhide
very-
and Enigma are going to the Castellanter's estate, while Fig and Fitz go to the orphanage.
Correct.
Yes.
Okie dokie. What?
right.
Real Housewives of Waterdeep. Holy crap.
Because we're
It's
we're
reality TV, right?
answering.
So you execute this plan. The orphanage is slightly further away than the Castellanter estate. So Greyhide and Enigma arrive at the Castellanter estate first.
2 hours later.
And it wasn't actually 2 hours. It was more like 35 minutes. Exactly. You head to the estate. Are you doing anything, or are you just going as yourselves?
Going as ourselves, and I'm just thinking maybe I should, maybe Enigma and I should quickly talk about, what our plans are. Let's say we're delighted to be there, and we should, and maybe we're just showing up because after a harrowing battle where we single-handedly defeated the Red Wizard, we wanted to celebrate with some good friends.
If you
Were
steal
they?
the pot, you could also tell them that you know that Dralaxel has a stone of galore and see what happens.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Mm,
Thank you for that.
interesting.
I will do that, and I'll say that I have a little bit of information, and I'll say it just like that. A little information.
Old grandpa.
Mhm. Were they on the list of?
Head to the Grasslander's estate.
I'm sexually incontinent, by
And
Jesus.
the two guards are in front. You recognize one as Maximus from before.
Come on, man. Okay, so we'll. We recommend that we see the guard Maximus, and we'll say, Maximus, lovely to see you today. You remember the charming Enigma?
Oh, you were the ones with the strange creature in your house that blew out the wall.
Yes, that's us.
Yeah.
But we fixed the wall.
He points at Enigma. She's mean.
I'm not. You're delusional.
What do you
Maximus,
want here?
you should. This is a lady, and you should have a little bit of decorum. We're guests here, and I happen to be very good friends with the Castellanterns.
Roll an
You'll
intimidate.
mind your tongue.
Roll an intimidate, real quick.
Okay.
That'll do it. Depending on what you roll.
Cool, man.
My
I like
intimidation's
that.
pretty high, actually. So let's see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he says, hey, I didn't mean any harm by this. Okay, what do you want me to do? Want me to go get the doorman, whatever, the butler?
Yes. We'd like to visit your masters. We've got some delightful news.
All right, fine. And he immediately opens and runs back in. He opens the door to a state, steps in, and comes out with the half-orc butler. And he says, they'll eventually come to the gate and says, "Oh, I see it as you. What is it you want?"
Sorry, this is the orc butler?
He's a half-orc butler. He looks aged slightly with some graying hair. He has a pair of a monocle on, and an overall.
I'll have you know, servant, that I am Greyhide, and this is my fair companion, Enigma, and we are good friends of the Castellanterns. I'll trust you'll take a more respectful tone next time you address us. Now be gone, and bring me to the Castellanterns, or bring them here, or
I'm
whatever.
afraid the Castellanterns are busy right now. They have other arrangements that are going on at the moment. You'll have to come back in a couple of days.
I'm going to
Probably
use
eating orphans.
thaumaturgy and use my booming voice with thaumaturgy,
Mhm.
and says, "I will see them now! Now! Now!" And I
Roll
actually
that
say it
intimidation.
3 times. That's not an echo. I say it 3 times.
It also echoes. So it's like, no.
For extra intimidation. yes.
Amazing.
Roll that intimidation.
I hope it.
Since you projected your voice so loudly.
Would he get advantage on it because of his thaumaturgy?
Not really. You have inspiration or rerolls if you want, or you can leave it at that.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. He says, "You cannot intimidate me. Attack me if you will. You'll be dead by the following morning, I'm sure."
Okay, listen. We have some very important news about the whereabouts of a certain stone of galore. But if they're not interested, I can always bring this information to someone else.
Bring up the underground theater. They're probably in the underground theater.
One moment, please.
Says
I will
Fritz's
be back
voice in your ear.
shortly. And he turns around and heads back into the manor when you say that.
I'm sorry that these people talk to us this way. But then again, we are kind of being deceitful, Enigma, so let's play it cool.
I think he's upset because his outfit is really stupid.
It is a little ostentatious. So while that's happening, the two of you are almost about to get to the orphanage. Anything you want to do before you get there? The Fig and Fitz. And
So-
who is Fig?
I want to disguise as a little child.
Okay.
I will,
Just like not one that I'd seen at the orphanage, but like maybe one that I would have randomly spotted at like a market or something. And I'll like, as I shift, I will also just sort of tear like the bottom of my pants, a
Don't mind
little bit
that.
of my shirt.
Okay.
I'll put some dirt on me. And then I will say, Fitz, so we can just say that we were told that this is a place we could come to for refuge.
Right. I think we should try to sneak in, and when they catch us, we'll pretend we were trying to sneak out and say, "Oh no, don't bring us back in." And then they'll bring us back in. Reverse psychology. Hello, Orchid
But
Twilight.
they'll know that there weren't that many kids when I was there last time. They'll know.
Hello, everybody.
I don't know. That old lady was pretty inattentive. But sure, all right, fine. We'll try it both ways. I'll say, oh no,
Wait,
don't bring me
could
back
break
in.
into the place because we were hungry.
Okay, sure, fine. All right. Well, listen. If they catch us and we'll see what they say. If they catch us and they say, "What are you doing here?" We'll say, "Oh, we thought this was a place we could eat because we're orphans." But if they catch us and they say, "Hey, get back here," then we'll say, "Oh no, don't bring us back," and it'll work perfectly. Yes.
You
Seems
okay?
reasonable.
You head up to the orphanage. What are you looking like?
I use disguise self to look similar to Alpha.
Okay, you are a bit taller than her because disguise self can only do a maximum of a foot difference.
Right.
But that's fine. You're a bit of a tall kid, and
Yeah, I'm lanky.
it happens sometimes.
Tall and skinny, lanky child.
Right. Add some
So
pimples just to make sure.
You're my big brother.
I do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I make sure that our hair color and skin color are the same so that we can pass as siblings.
Alrighty. The gate is actually there's like a bit of a stone wall. That blue crap is a stone wall, and the gate is slightly open. It last time you were here it also wasn't closed.
Okay.
Perception
do
check
you
to
notice
see if
any
there's
lights?
lights. Anybody watching the gate? Any guards?
Roll perceptions.
Oops.
7 minus 2 is 5. It's clear to me. I say we go.
Yeah, I get caught up in my roll, and I'm like, yeah, everything's good.
Yeah, indeed, you don't see
Yeah.
anything. Where you head to?
Okay.
If you remember, along the side is where the cellar is, or you have the main doors in the front. There's also windows on either side of this building.
Why don't we sneak up around to go to the windows? I think the windows are a good idea. And we'll peek in. Okay.
Can I reach the windows at my current height?
Yeah. You might have to get on your tippy toes, but you should be able to look in.
Okay.
Which way should we? Right or left?
I just first window.
Right side is cellar, left side is playground.
Let's go on the cellar side, just in case.
Okay.
So we sneak up to the side that's on the cellar, and
Roll that
we
beautiful bean stealth.
peek through the window. Stealth.
Yes, it is.
Stealth.
23. I'm still light on my feet.
D20 minus 2. Yeah, we're not really looking around, but
Yeah,
we're
we're
still
on-
sneaky.
Yeah, we're on episode 44
Orchid,
already.
welcome.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
We'll be on our 1 year's worth
44,
soon.
eh? That's amazing.
quite a body
Yeah.
of content.
It's
Yes.
pretty far along, I have to say, too. I don't know how much longer
It's pretty far
this
along.
particular,
We've had a fair bit happen.
thread will go. But
Oh. Oh no.
so you rolled a 20 and a 23. Holy crap! You all disappear as being kids you are. As you scroll up to the right window, you take a look in. Why isn't this? Oh. You take a
What do
look
we get?
in.
Who's that?
Hey, we're being rated by Dark Inspiration.
Oh.
Thank you, Dark Inspiration. You should be able to see them in the
Welcome.
So
chats.
cool.
Check them out. Dark Inspiration. Their link is in the chat. So
What's
Dark
up?
Inspiration, Orchid
check
Twilight.
them
Guys,
out.
welcome.
Welcome, welcome. We're pretty.
Thank you for
fun.
that, Dark Inspiration.
I don't know if you can tell, but we're a good time.
What were they playing? Did it say? No, it didn't say. I need to make it so it shows what they were playing.
True.
But they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, so I
Excellent.
believe. Maybe not.
Tell us in the
Sorry.
chat what you were playing. Okay, so I'm looking through the window.
Yes.
What do we see?
Yes, they were D&D.
Hello, Dark Inspiration. Yes.
Appreciate it, man, or woman, whatever you are.
Okay, so we peek through the window.
Yeah,
as
you
children.
peek through the window, and you look up, and you see the tables with kids around them. By the way, this is what you've seen so far when you're here before. The top that's blacked out is what you haven't actually seen in last time you were here.
Okay.
Oh my.
You go up there, and you start looking in. Wee accent.
Oh,
And I have to talk like Angelo now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You are looking in the window, and what do you see? You see these little kids are looking around the table. They seem to be eating something. The light around is pretty dim, though. But there is some light coming from the outside, even though it's a little bit dark.
Is there
I
any
have
adults around?
I didn't hear what you say.
Are there any adults around?
Oh, you look around some more. Roll a perception. Both of you can roll a perception.
I'm gonna roll a
This is how
perception.
Angelo sounds.
Pretty much perfect.
Nice.
Also, I have on this, but I still roll a 6, so I don't know how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna re-roll that. You know, this feels like a good
Okey-dokey.
time to use my re-roll.
And what
Because, you know,
about Fig? Are you going to use a
I roll a natural 1.
reroll or inspiration? Or are you going to leave it at that?
I'll leave it for now.
Okay.
I'll save it.
Natural
Okay,
1.
yeah, you don't see any adults around.
I
all
can't
the
see a
kids
damn
with
thing.
that.
No.
Well, you got a 6 because you take the better
Was
of the
he
two.
doing
which is still
Angelo's
crap.
voice a second ago?
Yeah, yeah, man.
That's
You
not
couldn't
what
even
I
tell-
sound like at all. That's not my voice. I'm very offended. Listen, you want Angelo? I can be Angelo. You didn't
You
even
can
ask
blame
me.
Pugray.
There
He
can
did
only
it.
be one.
Yeah, Paul
Newcomers, this is Angelo. He's the chef
Blue
in our
guy.
tavern, and
There's
yes, he's
only
a regular.
one Angelo.
He's a bit
who
more
I am?
angry.
Yeah.
He's a bit more
Okay.
angry. Yeah.
It is.
You can
a
see
certain
the
Usually in
kids
a better
around.
mood.
They seem to be
He's
eating.
angry. He is a spirited Italian.
I feel like he's become more angry over the days. But
passionate.
yeah, you look around. You don't see any adults. They all seem to be eating something on the table, but no adults around.
Is it anything weird or?
Can't get a good look with your perception checks. With
Yeah, with our
the
terrible
window.
rolls, we have no idea
Oh,
what they're
yeah.
eating.
I'm worried.
Do they seem to be? Is there more children than there were last time, or
Do
is
they
there
look
less?
happy or sad? Are they crying or?
Or are we
Really
just-
hard to see with the dim light.
Right, we
Okay.
rolled terrible, so we have no idea.
Okay.
What do we do?
There
Do we do-
are less than what you remember.
Oh shit! They're picking them off one by one. Maybe we should.
The room at the back that we haven't seen. Is there a window that can see into that portion of the house?
You back up a little and look. No window.
But there's doors there on the side. I see. Or is that the cellar
That's
door?
the cellar entrance.
We
Spirited Italian. Lamo. Yeah, that's right.
Do you know? Maybe when. I mean, I'd say we should go in and join them, but we can't
Yes.
see where the grown-ups are.
Maybe I throw a little rock at the window. See
Good
if anyone
Nothing
of them-
happens.
Okay, your turn. Your turn.
I put my face right up against the glass, and I knock, and I say, "Hello, I'm hungry. Hello, I'm so hungry. You children are eating. Is there any more food? Do you have any leftovers? I'll take them."
The one closest to your window. He turns around and looks at you. And his face looks like the normal kid. You never saw the kids before. Fig, you probably recognize this as one of the kids.
One
But
of the ones who sent me the note, like one of the brother or sister.
no, just one of the
No.
others.
Okay.
You see he's a boy with a freckly face. And he looks normal, but you see something like fell from the bottom of his chin, almost as though it's like it didn't appear on his face until it left like the bottom of his chin, and then it fell onto the ground. You take a closer look.
Oh my!
It's
Oh,
a
no.
finger.
I cast detect magic on the orphans and orphanage.
So they're eating potentially.
You cast
Okay.
detect magic. All the kids show as illusion magic. That kid.
Oh my god!
The moment you cast that, the illusion is apparent to you, and it fades to Fitz, and you see like almost faded image of that illusion, and you see behind it is this amorphous creature with no legs that just seems to shamble across the ground. It looks like just pink flesh going all the way up, almost like a badly made melted snowman into a head with arms that are different sizes, with each with like 3 little finger-like things, so they don't actually look shaped like fingers.
Oh crap.
No neck, but you see this weirdly shaped mouth, which one side is like up while the other hangs down with sharp teeth that are, some of them are missing. And one eye
Alpha.
that's partially shut and that looks like it's been melted, while the other eye is staring at you.
None of the
No.
children
We
are
still
real.
They
I,
all look like that.
They all look like that? They're all that?
They're all that.
Oh my god.
Wait,
These
there's
children are
many of them,
fake.
or there's one?
They're all that creature.
Oh,
Okay.
So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
That one starts
8 of
heading
them?
towards the front door.
Oh shit.
Do I see
Alpha.
this? Any of this?
Nope. You see the kid turn and start heading towards the front door. No,
Oh,
you would see the
okay.
finger. You saw the finger, but you didn't see this thing behind it because you haven't.
There's
Your
a-
mind hasn't broken the illusion.
I pull out my
Finger.
scimitar
There's
and I
a.
use
What
it to
are you doing?
smash the window. And I
What's
say,
she
Alpha,
doing?
the children are fake, and I smash the window.
Wait, they're fake. What do you mean? Why
The window
And then
breaks.
smashing a window?
I sheath my scimitar
What
and
are
I
you
cast
doing?
a mighty old detect magic
Communication
on the
here.
dispel magic on all of them, and I just fire a dispel magic to reveal them, and I say, "The children are fake." Ah!
Let me see something. I have to see the level of the spell, but I think you don't have to roll anything for that, actually. Because the spell is level... Oh, you do have to roll. Roll a d20. Add your charisma modifier.
Ah, excellent. D20.
You need to beat a 13, I believe.
Okay, we've got a 17.
17, enough.
Who is a 15. My charisma
Like-
modifier is 8.
Oh, yeah. You definitely did it. And with that, the Fig, you see the illusions that were there, like heat waves in a desert, do the little wavy, and then they disappear. And you see these creatures too, all of them, over bowls, just eating something in the bowl.
Oh. Okay, Fitz. I think we have. I don't know.
But-
We need to go.
Let's before that starts. Well, are you actually tell me? Are you just gonna run, or are you gonna stay there?
We're not just gonna run.
But we're not. I am. What do you mean?
No, don't worry.
Hello?
We'll
There's
get back
no
to us in a
children.
moment.
Gooey's, I'm leaving.
The children are in the
And-
cellar. We still
You
have
all
to
can
save
roll
the children.
a religion check if you want, but you need to get a
Um,
20 on the DC.
Okay.
Unlikely.
Oof, unlikely. Damn, 18. My
Yep.
religion's only +1.
5. Minus 2. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
No
it's,
idea.
Alpha, you know that this is a devil of some sort, but
Right.
you don't know which one or what they are. Fitz, you're like, these
Information
demons!
only.
Ah,
Information
these
only.
flesh
This is
things.
enough information.
We're cutting to the other guys.
Yeah, we're gonna cut to the other guys.
Woof.
Yeah, 4th and 6th level is
They're
a
all
great
good.
level, and it's also statistically what most people play as. Apparently, is 1 through like 7 or something like that. But back to the Jolly-O Castle enters the manor.
By the way, champions,
Um,
nobody's given me a drink yet. I've got this whole bottle of vodka just waiting. Just saying.
Wow,
Just saying.
maybe I should make it cheaper.
You know,
All right,
as a
let me
deal to
switch
be
real
honest,
quick.
I just grabbed something. Wait, what's he switching? What's he doing? Greg?
I'm going to a different map.
There you
You know
Hey.
something? This chat is
Listen.
so responsive, and I love you all.
go. That's me.
So, we watched the
Wow.
You're welcome.
we watched the transformation of the children into these balls of slime, and Fitz just goes, "Oh my god!" and he pulls out a claw. Oh,
Grey Hide and
Heavens.
Enigma. You are at the front gates of this estate. The butler comes back out, and he says simply, They will see you now. Please follow me. Do not touch anything.
I told you they'd be interested in this. Maybe next time you'll take me there straight away instead of all of this back and forth, wouldn't you say, servant?
Very
Great
well,
idea,
sir.
Greyhide. Intimidate your allies.
This
You
is
have to
everything
talk
you've
to
seen.
them this way sometimes, Enigma. You know, the lower classes, the servant class. Sometimes they get a little bit uppity and they think they're at our level, but they need to be put down sometimes, like a mangy dog.
Very
For
good,
our
sir.
new viewers, Greyhides are paladin.
Yes, you can't tell.
You just have a
Yes,
little
I'm
more
a
spice.
paladin, which means I deserve esteem and respect.
Gotta earn esteem. No.
What?
No, I'm just joking. I didn't say it.
Did you
So-
say cur? Okay.
The servant just seems to agree with everything you say in a non-caring, monotonous voice.
He is internally
um,
hating you.
Indeed.
This
Sometimes they can learn, right? As you can see, this one, he's now walking a straight path as he should. Because I didn't cut him any leeway.
Very good, sir.
Yes.
This is the manner that you've seen so far, and he takes you the way that you quite might expect. They head into the main room here, into the foyer, and go into the little center of the house with the stairs going up and the stairs under the door under the stairs that goes into the cellar, and they take you there into the cellar.
Here we go again.
They take you down it goes. It goes into their actual cellar proper where they have stores and supplies, but they go to the end of that and push open a secret door that you have seen before. You go further down into a few hallways through a door, and you come to their main hall that you have been to before with the columns on each side, this great hall with columns on each side. This whole place seems like some large underground temple to who knows what.
What was that?
That was insult someone for Enigma.
Awesome.
And then
The filthy servant could be insulted. I think that would probably make the most sense. He's used
see-
to my abuse. So.
you see cultists around some type of table with a bowl on it. And you see a small amount of blood in that bowl at the bottom of it. But the cultists are around it. And behind them, before you can get too close to that, are Amalia Castle Lantern.
Yes.
Name's
Right.
Amalia.
Yeah, we were all like,
Yeah, that always.
for a moment. I was like,
It's me every time.
For those who don't know, Alpha/Fig's real name is Amalia. So it's,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, it's why I actually remember Victoro is the other one, and you see Victoro there too, the husband, with his trim beard and stately clothes. Their clothes are very poofy, very ostentatious, but both of them have a golden mask on.
a little bit of eyes wide shut action. That's me saying it, not Greyhide. I'll say, Lady Amalia, my dear friend Victoro, it's wonderful to see you again. I can see that you're probably in the middle of a ritual, but I have something of utmost importance to share with you.
Victoro says, "Yes, it is not a fortunate time for us, but have you found anything that has to do with a certain stone that we're looking for? And Greyhide, it is good to see you, and I believe it was Enigma. Yes, good to see you too. You look
Don't even talk to me. You look stupid.
Oh, you must forgive my Enigma.
Oh, such opulence from the low class. Nonetheless, what is it you wish to tell me?"
Ow!
Yeah, zing.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't classify Enigma as lower class. She just speaks. She speaks with conviction, and she has a fiery tongue at times. But I digress. Yes, I have ascertained the location of the Stone of Galore.
He gives a sidelong look to Amalia and says, "Oh, really? That is very fortunate. The time is upon us very soon, and the total amount that is due to our contract is up. This is
That's why
very
they're eating
fortunate
children.
indeed. Who has it? Do you have it with you?"
I do not have it with me. But I know who has it, and we have gained his trust, and he trusts us very much because we have, in fact, taken care of one of his greatest enemies. So he owes us a favor. But
And
as you know, my loyalty is, of course, to the Castle Lanterns above all, and to our mission, as you would say. So I wanted to talk with you to see how we could best work together and leverage this information that I have.
he starts to speak, and Amalia says, "Yes, who is it that you are talking about? Who has the stone?"
The person who has the stone. It is Jarlaxle.
You see a bit of blood drain from their faces as this disappointment sets in. And they say, Victoro looks at Amalia with almost watery eyes. And Amalia says, "So that is it then. We will pay another way."
What do you mean? I've gained his trust, and we can. What do you mean?
Surely
I don't understand.
he's not going to give the gold.
Oh. Well, we have an
Victoro
agreement.
will speak up and say, "Yes, I assume that Jarlaxle has his means and is planning to keep the gold himself. That is probably one of the worst people to go up against. You know, he actually is the head of the entire Luskan Empire to the north."
I see.
He's also planning to double cross and kill us once we get the door open for him. So.
Well,
Don't tell them that.
I can assure you that we have gained his trust, but he is no friend of ours. So I was hoping to come to you with if we could find a way to,
About 1 hour.
eliminate him, and then we could have the stone for ourselves.
About an hour, Orchid.
This is a possibility. Do you think you can really go up against Jarlaxle?
Well, we did manage to dispatch the Red Wizard, and in fact, I did it entirely myself. He couldn't deal with the might of Greyhide.
The Red Wizard. I don't know of. There were some Red Wizards in town. They were making some deal with Zentar.
He was a real jackanape, a real jerk, I would say.
Manshoon? How did you take Manshoon?
We did it as a team. And we
You
are
said
very
you did it yourself.
You accent.
Well, I took the lead. I am the leader of the whatever we're called, the legends.
Paragon
but
Legends.
we had some allies, and I did take the lead. I went face to face, and in the end, it was my axe that beheaded Manshoon. I mean, the other people softened him up a little bit, but
Ingo McCringleberry. Oh my god. Also, I'm supposed to do the comic book guy from The Simpsons, but I haven't seen The Simpsons for like a decade.
worst episode ever. That's how you do it.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Episode ever.
Okay.
But Aquaman, you cannot marry her. She doesn't have gills. Oh, I've wasted my life.
That's a great point about Aquaman and gills. Just want to say.
Yes. Well,
Um,
you can't marry her. That's Amber Heard.
So, like, they look at you and Victoria says, would you like to stay a while? We have to finish a ritual, and then we can make plans to possibly do something about Jarlaxle. We will have to make haste, because our plans have been expedited.
That works, but would you by chance have a room for Enigma and I to retire to with privacy? We need a little bit of rest, as you might say, and maybe we can reconvene in a few hours?
Roll a deception, really. That is squarely a deception, I think.
That's a low one. Okay, I'm going to use another feat to do.
Reroll.
Lucky?
That's such a good. I hope that works. That's such a good idea.
Yeah, Lady Luck is a
Alright.
really useful
I'm
goddess.
going to do my last feat for another deception.
Okay.
One. Da, 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 da.
Oh, God. You have one more
Wait, you
reroll
have
from the
a
chat if
reroll.
you want to use it.
Okay, I'm using it.
Somebody give Greyhide some inspiration. He is.
You also have an
I got it.
inspiration.
There
Okay.
we go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, finally.
For all my rerolls, baby.
He says,
Chrome.
That would be a good plan.
Amalia will speak up and say, Wilbur, can you take them up to the second floor and put them in the guest room for now?
Greg, here's a weird question, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer to it. I would like to talk to Fitzjeffrey. There's no way I can use thaumaturgy to talk through his coin from this far
No, you have
away.
to see.
It'd be great if I could turn it into a telephone.
It's in the
Because I would
actual
like-
cell phone.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
that'd
be
be
able to tell them that
fantastic.
we have a nice room, and then maybe if they could get to our room, we could use this as a, I don't
It
know,
would
we could all
be-
take a long rest here or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
that's
would
a
be,
great idea.
But that'll
There is
never
a third level spell called Sending, which is basically that.
We're just
That I
facing
have?
an army of
No.
demons.
The Manchun used it, and Jarlaxle's wizards use it all the time on you all.
Darn it.
Use Druidcraft. Inside
Mm-hmm.
joke. Yeah, when Rena played a druid, she tried using the cantrip Druidcraft to like do everything. But anyways,
Well, maybe we'll just leave it to Fitz and Alpha, and maybe they have enough. I'm just wondering if there's a way I could do like a beacon or something that would just leave a. Can you think of anything, Enigma? Something that I'm just. No one's listening. Are we in the room yet? And are we like locked in the room quietly now, or?
yeah, they'll take you to the second floor. Looking at this, they take you up the stairs in the center there.
Okay.
And you go to this second floor, which seems to open up into a ballroom of sorts, and you see just this mannequin, wooden mannequin, standing with its kind of shoulders hunched over, standing in the center of the room with these couches along the side. And he says, "You can rest here if you'd like. The couches are quite comfortable."
Okay.
Mm.
Do you mind if I
And Wilford will leave you alone.
You know what I think?
Hey, Greyhide, use your coin to find the unicorn.
Use my what to find the unicorn?
Use your magic coin to find the unicorn, Greyhide.
I gave it to you, Fitzjoffrey. I forgot.
Hey, it's
Look,
Hoity.
Unicorn in here.
What's up, Hoity?
Check out Hoity's channel.
Hey, Hoity.
Hey, Hoity.
Moist cow
Moist cow glutes.
energy.
Moist
Yes.
cow glutes energy.
Moist cow glute energy. Also
Yes.
known
Moist
as a
cow
rare
glute
rump
energy.
roast.
That's Hoity. That's what you get
Rare
from his
rump
stream.
roast. Yes.
I am going to hang my cloak around the mannequin, and then can I put the mannequin in the hallway, and just say, "This is an important paladin thing that we do. I cannot sleep in the same room as my cloak. It's very difficult to explain, but I'm going to just rest it on this mannequin."
Hold on. Before that happens,
Just to
you
make
go
it
up
easier
to
for you
it.
guys to find, but
You go up to it, and you start to put your cloak over, and the mannequin speaks.
Oh!
And you see its mouth move, and it says, "Which dance would you like? A Gillard, a Pavani, a waltz?"
I would like none of those dances, you you impertinent mannequin. Now please keep your mouth quiet while I cloak you and then put you in the hall.
Its
The
shoulders go
very
limp again.
Oh, it's sad.
No, it just turned back off.
Yeah, well, fair.
This beautiful mannequin that's going to teach me how to dance and dance for me, and I'm just rude to it. When did Greyhide become such a jerk?
Go ahead and roll a last. Go ahead and roll a last perception. Deception on the
deception.
mannequin.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
Oh shit! And I friggin' crit.
The guy's Wilford's like, "That is quite strange. I have never heard of it, but very good, sir. You do you." And he will allow you to put it into the hallway, and then he will leave.
Hallway. And then I'll go recline on the couch and see if I can get a short rest before.
All right.
Enigma, if you want to snuggle a little, I guess, and or you can do whatever you like. But hopefully, Fig and Fitzjoffrey will end up finding us, and we can come together. So.
Yes, because we're not busy at all.
Back to Fitz and Fig.
Okay, so the demons are coming out, and
one of them is heading towards the door. The others continue to eat. As you see, their little grubby hands with makeshift fingers are just shoveling food into their mouth, and it drops down. You see fingers and other bits of human flesh and stuff falling onto the table as they're eating.
Oh my god, that is so gross.
The door is the yellow one on the map?
Yep, at the bottom. Yep.
And we're where?
You all are...
We're at the window.
Right here.
I'm going to tell Amalia, I'm going to say, we need to get to the cellar and find those children. And then I cast Major Illusion and I shoot it into the window. I cast an illusion into the window of a bunch of children jumping up and down and saying, "Oh, I'm so tasty, you should eat me, I'm fresh." And then running around and then sort of disappearing out the door. And I'm hoping that these ugly demons are stupid enough to chase the children out the door where they will be in the open and where Mert will see them and we will have the evidence we need.
One of them rolled a natural 20, which minus its intelligence is a 15. What's your spell save?
Let's have a look at that. Wasn't expecting to have to do this for these things.
I dropped my pen. Where did my pen? Oh, yeah, I'm back.
All right. Major illusion, major image. Sorry.
Should be your typical spell DC, but also say under the spell near the end of it.
Check against your spell save DC. Why
then just go to spells. If you just go to your spells section, it should be at the top of it.
Third level illusion, one action, VSM, concentration.
No, it's not under the spell. It's under the whole spell section. It is 15, actually.
15.
So
oh no.
One
Does
of them
get me?
One of them looks at it and looks confused, and then heads towards the window, while the others are slowly shambling out the front door.
I duck.
You hear a weird as they move forward.
So wait, they all leave?
Except one is heading towards the window.
Okay. I book it like towards the back, you know where the cellar door is?
Sure. Okay.
And I go around the house.
Okay. Roll perception. Oh, actually, no. With your passive perception is pretty high. You hear the footsteps coming up from the cellar.
Okay. Okay, I try to run past the cellar door around the building before that cellar door opens.
All right. This is contested. Roll initiative. We're not actually going into initiative. You're just rolling against the person coming out of the cellar.
Ooh.
They got a 12.
Nice. I got a 17.
So yeah, you're able to get back there behind the edge. Go ahead and roll a stealth. What is Fitz doing? You duck down at the window, right?
So I'm ducked down, holding the illusion
20
to get the
disappear into the night.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, you vanish. So I'm ducked down under the window, but holding the illusion to get the devils out of the place, and I'm fingering my necklace of fireballs because I'm thinking, if things get bad, I'm gonna take one of these off and throw it.
Oh, nice.
Yes. The fireball necklace I recently purchased. Yes, we are still disguised as children, by the way. Also, I'm gonna close the door quickly.
I really wish in this moment I remembered what I bought.
You bought a devil arrow, an anti-devil arrow.
Yeah, you definitely bought the arrow slaying, but you don't have to attune to that.
And you bought.
No, I bought 2 arrows of slaying.
Yeah, you bought 2, but you attuned to something. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Attuned to.
Was it a bow? I don't think you got a bow.
No, I did not get a bow.
It wasn't a cloak because you already have a cloak.
No.
You really need to write these things down, Malia.
I think it was a wand, wasn't it? It was a wand of some
Oh, I
sort.
did buy a wand. I bought one wand, which was a wand of.
I can't remember.
I don't know. It's because I was looking.
Was it the Rod of Charming? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a wand.
I'm already pretty. My charisma's pretty.
I bought some healing potions and the fireball necklace.
Yeah,
I
definitely got.
All right. Well, too bad.
Reroll to Greyhide.
Yes.
Greyhide got
thank
a reroll.
you.
Yeah. That was from Puma Man. You are. So what happens is 2 things happen at the same time. One, a creature's going to try to reach out at the window and hit Fitz, but its arms are having trouble getting that far. It's over the windowsill, trying to swat at you. It's going to try to attack you at disadvantage.
Oh god.
It got nowhere close. It got a total of 9 to hit you. It's not even close. It just kind of rubs your hair a little bit, but it looks disgusting. You see, it has mucousy, slimy skin, almost like the whole thing is just melting, with its 3 fingers that just look like tentacles that come to a point as they try to grab you.
Oh god.
But out of the cellar comes the head of the orphanage, that old lady, with her gray hair tied in a bun in the back, slightly hunched over, and she seems to be carrying this bag, slightly red on the bottom of the bag.
Oh no.
She immediately sees Fitz and says, "Do I know you? What are you doing here?"
I cast detect. Does the illusion break if I cast detect magic on her?
It certainly does, because they're both concentration.
So I don't do that. I just say, I came in for some food, but the other kids are being mean to me. You should go talk to them.
Oh, is that right, dearie? Well, let us fix that, shall we?
And she casts a spell.
Oh dear.
Are you so we'll do the spell and then we'll see what happens.
Oh my goodness.
First, I don't need to roll anything. You need to roll a wisdom save.
Wisdom. Oh. I've got 20. Ha! Ready for it.
How about that?
I was like, this is casting a spell, and I'm ready for it.
You feel your body start to get held in place, but then you break through it, and you're able to move your joints and your arms. I think we're gonna go into initiative here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that feels like initiative. I would still roll even though I'm around the building, right?
Oh yeah. You actually see this happen.
I've got a 12 minus 2 is a 10.
Oh yeah, I assume you just went around the building and just hid around the corner so you could still see because you got that crazy stealth roll.
20.
All right, 20 for Amalia. And what did Fitz get? It's right there. Sorry.
Minus
12.
my being recently dead, I've got 10.
She rolled a. Oh. Okay.
Ha,
First up is
take that,
Amalia.
you little bag.
Okay.
What do? You do anything? The cellar door is also open at this point.
Ooh.
Fitz is in trouble, so I don't know what my.
And I'll be fine. We'll be fine, Amalia. I'm just hanging out, you know.
Does my previous stealth roll carry me into the cellar?
Yeah, we could do that because
Okay.
it basically is the first thing. Only like 2 seconds have gone by since then.
Okay, so while she's busy, I hope Fitz can handle himself, and I walk into the cellar, and oh my.
You head down to the cellar, and you see a strange sight.
And I'm
The
like,
doors go down, and you see shelves on the left side, on the left and right side. You remember that there was actually a secret door right there, but it is closed.
Yeah.
You then see a swirling portal, almost like this massive arch that has been made of some unknown blackish material and grayish material. Has been brought up from the ground and put right here at the end of this cellar. The swirling pinkish hues of it are swirling back and forth, but they're transparent. You can see through it. You see a floor in a hallway that looks well made, very smooth compared to the cellar floor. You see at the end of it.
Oh no!
Some type of room that seems circular, with some type of inscription on the ground in the center. You see cultists all around that inscription. In the center of it, you see some type of demonic figure, all in black armor. Looks like plate armor of some sort with red edges. You see horns coming out of a woman's head, pale skin, a sword at her side, and a whip that seems electrified, glowing blue.
goodness.
And she's standing there. She has, I forgot to mention, she has large, red, feather-like wings coming out her back.
Do I
Oof.
recognize any of this?
You can roll a knowledge religion.
Whew.
You also see just on the outskirts of the hallway, 2 children there.
Can you point them out on the map?
I don't want to
Oh,
scroll down
shit.
because
Oh wait.
right there.
So I only see 2 kids.
From your vantage point, you're looking through a
Right.
you're looking through a hallway, so you can't really see that much.
And there's an X. The X represents a cultist.
Yep.
Thank you, Rena.
There it is. Sorry.
I don't know if you're trying
Should
to be
have
quiet,
blocked
but that was
out the
actually
rest.
quite loud.
Yeah,
I
that was
wonder
really
if
quiet.
Enigma and Greyhide are getting impatient and maybe should go looking for them. How long have we been waiting in like time, like an hour or a couple of minutes?
It's been like we can say it's a short rest has gone by if you like.
Okay. Okay, then I think, if they want to finish their part, but I think when we come back, I think Greyhide and Enigma are going to go looking for
Alrighty.
Alpha and Fitz. So
Yeah, you
Alrighty,
should
the-
definitely do that.
The orphanage is not too far away. It's nothing but it's probably a 5-minute walk away or something like that.
so they're at the orphanage. They're not in the Castle Lanterns.
Correct.
thing. Oh.
Right.
Why are we in 2 different buildings?
Because you suggested it, Greyhide. You said, we'll go to the Castle Lanterns and you go to the orphanage. And we said, fine, whatever you want, Greyhide. That's why.
Oh, I thought because they're the two buildings join together in the basement, and I thought we were going to go in through the castle lanterns and go to the.
You could do that. You could go through the
Whoops.
basement.
I thought they joined together as well. They don't?
They do.
Remember, they had an underground secret passage that joined the two.
Yes.
Right.
And it sounds
So I
like
think
right
perhaps
now
okay. Then I think perhaps we're going to steal downstairs and stealth. Maybe we're going to try and stealthily get into the basement and find
okay.
that.
Pugray says, nothing bad ever happens when you split the party.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oops.
It's weird. I'm saying all the messages
Blaming you.
doubled. Anyone else? No?
No. You can try refreshing your screen if you want to try to fix that. But, or you can just deal with the double message.
That's just you,
I'll just
Amalia.
leave it for
That's
now.
just you.
Everything's working. Okay, and where that secret passageway seems to be blocked off, was that the way to the tunnel that connected to the castle entrance estate?
Yeah, it was before.
Okay.
But that was your turn. You basically snuck around. You went down the stairs. Oh, do you want to do anything else? When technically you still have like movement.
I guess that
That's
was
your
my
action.
movement, though.
Yeah, that was your movement. You still have an action that you could use to move or do something else.
All right.
Oh man, this might backfire.
Do
I'm gonna
it.
think about it for a moment. I'm gonna.
All right, so you just hide. You
yeah.
find a good hiding spot in the cellar. You sneak up
Just for now.
next to one of the bookshelves as you consider what to do. It is to Fitz. You actually go before.
All right.
The
So I'm gonna
whatever it is.
yank a fireball off of my necklace.
Okay.
And just toss it into the window.
Okay.
So that I can get as many of those ugly things as possible. Hopefully, a couple of them will still survive for evidence purposes.
Roll a dexterity check. Or
Through the window.
roll a range. Let me think. This would just be a dexterity check. Roll a dexterity check.
Dexterity.
This is how many you can throw it and get as many as you can.
Okay, so I've got a 6 minus 2 is 4. To use my inspiration on this because frankly,
inspiration.
it seems worthwhile.
Add a d8
So
to
I'm
it.
gonna add 7. Take that, you ugly demon types.
Oh, nice. 13.
So, yes.
Yeah, you throw it in there, and there's a big cacophonous in there as the rubble falls all over the place in there, and the tables go up against the windows, and everything. The other windows shatter as you do this, and
Yes.
you peek over, and there's still 2 in there remaining, but the rest of them just seem to be completely. You don't have to roll the damage. They were in it, and they just completely blackened, and they're dead.
And then I pull my scimitar and I walk up to the old lady and I stand in front of her and I say, "Darling, you and I have priorities that are not aligned. But you know, I think that's something we could correct with a conversation." And I roll to seduce.
Okay. I think it's more of intimidate, but that's fine.
Okay, I'll rephrase that. I look at her and I say, we've got a 19, my dying is 17.
Yeah.
I'll say,
Okay.
you know, I'll correct that. I'll say, "Darling, you've been hired by the wrong people. I could give you a much more pleasurable employment." That's what I say.
Okay. Interesting. It's now her turn. And she comes up to you and she puts she kind of puts her head down and says, "Perhaps," and she puts her hand on your shoulder.
Oh dear.
She casts inflict wounds. Roll a actually it just hit.
Wait. So as she reaches her hand out, I see this coming. Can I just fire out a counterspell as my reaction to be like, "No, you don't"?
Oh, yes, you can.
Yes.
It's also 3rd level or less. It just doesn't work. And she says,
You will pay with Asmodeus's wrath.
Oh my god, she's one of the bad ones. You know, I thought you were just an employee, but it turns out you are just as bad as the rest of them. I am going to give you a smacking that you shall remember until you die, possibly while
Wait,
you
are you
die.
still a kid saying all this? Like,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, and seducing the old lady. Cool. Just checking.
Yeah, the old lady is confused, to say the least.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to get my facts straight.
Yeah, be careful. We have
Carry on,
Plug right here.
as you were.
Yeah, back to Alpha. What is Alpha guy or Fig gonna do? Our kid Fig.
Boy, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I shift into Victor Castellanter.
Oh boy, Victorio Castellanter. All right.
Victorio.
Mm-hmm.
And
All
I
see.
walk straight into the ritual room.
Let's do
And I
something
go,
here.
I say, stop, we have the payment. I don't know if that's going to work, but because I do remember from our previous investigation, the intel that Greyhead had shared previously that there was, they were on a deadline of some kind, but I don't know. So
I think it's reasonable that Greyhide told you what they were doing. Yeah.
Indeed, you walk into this room, and
I might,
There's the lady.
Yep, I'm really hoping
man.
she serves Victorio Castellanter right here.
That is intense.
But, and as I walk in, and I kind of stand next to one of the children, the closest one to the door.
Oh, that's right. I don't have enough children printed. Okay. Okay. The white child is the forehead girl, and the small one is the redhead who's a bully.
Girl.
The other dice are considered the other children. They're all kind of huddled up there.
Alrighty. Hi. This
You are Victorio.
I am Victorio, but you can put me as Fig if that's less confusing for the audience. But I am Victorio.
Okay.
There you are.
Oh boy.
You walk up and you see
so there's
more of
like
the room now.
There's a person in between me and the kids.
Mass Errata, thank you for following.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it, man.
Maserata.
The banjo room, exactly, Plug Ray. What?
Pretty much because it's banjo.
I've seen this
shaped.
before, a classic bait and trap. Nice.
Yes.
Yes, you see there, now that you're in there, you see cultists around this circle. As well, and they all seem to be mumbling something. Except for the one that's right next to you, that's next to the children. He seems to be watching the children. The woman in the center, go ahead and roll a deception with advantage.
Oof.
Since you are shifted into the person, which I believe gives you advantage.
Okay, 23. And I mean, is that enough, or should I?
I mean, you can roll if you want, but she's actually gonna do an insight on you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a not bad insight.
What'd she roll?
15.
I'm going a little old school today. I have to actually bring up the book.
Man, that's a real demon, eh?
Looks badass. Yep.
Yeah, you can see the picture.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know if this is a good idea.
Uh-oh.
Remember when I said info only?
Okay.
Yeah.
She says, Victoro, what are you doing here? You were supposed to be at the ritual in the basement of your estate. And now that you're over here, you start hearing like this weird noise from outside, and there's actual windows on this place around. You can look out and you see in a red abyss with surprisingly a city sprawl, but everything looks red, and you see the pools of lava in the center of the, not in the center, just in parts of the city and stuff.
Oh, you in Demon Town.
Without even
I
roll,
walked
you're
through a
pretty
portal?
sure this took you to hell.
Cool.
One of the layers, you don't know which.
Welcome
Yeah.
to hell.
Guys. Mom! Mother!
She's probably there somewhere, yeah.
Shouldn't be, yeah, abyss, I
She'll
guess.
say,
but-
So I suppose you don't have to sell all your assets to pay the fee. You only have to pay the 20 souls of children then. Very
We
well,
have-
we'll continue the ritual. Bring the money and put it into the blood dish.
I
That's
That's what you...
do require one of the children for this transaction.
What transaction? Is it part of the contract?
Yes.
It is unwise to go against a contract made from the Pact of Hell.
No, it is all within the agreement. Only the one, and I shall bring you the money. We have recovered the stone.
roll a deception. With disadvantage for a reason you don't know.
Wait. Okay, natural 20, natural 20,
Unfortunately, it's disadvantage.
and natural 20, natural 20.
What the hell?
Actually, quite.
Wow.
She says, she smiles at you patronizingly and says,
You will need the 20 souls of children. I was going to bring up the contract and take a look, but as long as you provide another child to replace this one.
and she whips out with her whip at one of the children and pulls it with her whip into the circle. The child screams, "Ah!"
Oh boy.
The child's getting shocked. You just see it, and then goes limp. And she says,
We have an agreement, 20 souls. Take which one you want. Bring back the rest before the ritual is completed. I assume you know when the ritual is completed, since it has all been laid out in the contract.
Of course. I am no amateur. And do I see the kid who would have potentially written me send me the drawing?
"Oh yeah, you gave it to the bully actually."
I gave it to the bully.
Yeah, the one who told the girl she has a big forehead.
Oh, no.
He was
Who should I take, the bully or
redhead.
the girl with the big forehead?
Oh, take forehead girl. Take forehead girl. She was.
Take a vote, guys.
Yeah, chat. Anybody? Forehead girl or
Alright.
bully?
The forehead girl is the one
Serrata
closest.
says, "That's not dark at all."
Yeah,
Souls
which
with a
child
pocket
do you
change.
want to have not die?
All right, I
5
I
head.
take. All right, I'll call upon
Wow.
forehead girl. You, child.
She looks torn. She looks scared. Looks at you. She heard the whole conversation, but picking the worst of two things, she will readily get up and come to you.
I
She doesn't. It looks like she's trying to speak, but she can't.
Put a hand on her shoulder, and I just turn to the demon. Is it devil? Demon?
Devil.
I don't know. Devil. And I just say 20 souls, and I walk back for the way I came.
All right. You walk out through the portal back into the basement. That was a few turns worth. Let's go back to to Fitz real quick and finish that thing up real quick.
I'm not dead.
You got some good rolls there. You rolled a 2 natural 20s when you had a disadvantage. I mean, give me a break.
I could not believe. Didn't even have to use my reroll.
Yeah, that's.
Oh my god. Jeez, she was planning to bring out the contract and just read it and be like, nope.
Yeah.
Damn. Amalia is good at this deception thing.
So we're back up to Fitz.
All right.
She just tried to cast inflict wounds on you for which you counterspelled. You are now spent on spells, but
no, because I have a ring, so I have one more.
Except for the ring, that's right.
Yes, I have one more spell. So what I want to do is pull a fireball off of my necklace, cast blink as I throw it on the ground, and then phase into the netherworld while it explodes. How likely is that?
Let me see something. We actually said that we're gonna make a change to blink so that you automatically go in on your first try. You automatically go into the ethereal plane. So that's fine.
Okay.
The question is, can this person survive it? So they have to roll against on Necklace of Fireballs. Do you have it in your inventory, or are you just doing it from memory?
I may not have actually added it to my inventory when I purchased it.
Can you see what the DC is on it?
fault.
No. Let me see. Let me see if it matters. They rolled a natural 20 on their save. It doesn't matter. So go ahead and roll 8d6, and she'll take half.
All right, 8d6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And you got?
And we've got 29.
29.
Damage.
A pretty average fireball. Half of that is, of course, 14.
Yeah.
And it works
14.
just as you plan. You go right into the ethereal plane as you see fire and black and white go up all around you, but it doesn't seem to affect you. As she gets blown back a couple of feet, you see her trying to put herself out as her bag drops on the ground, and you see an arm kind of fall out of the bag.
Whoa. Okay. So aside from my disgust,
but she is still up.
So that's fair. During my blink, because I saw where Amalia is going, and I know that that's probably where the real children are. What's that? Is that
internal monologue?
Very good. And then I use my blink to try to get as close. I try to follow Amalia from the spirit plane.
Okay. You walk up into the cellar, and you see Amalia. You don't see Amalia. You see Victoro at the end of the hallway.
I see him with a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see them turning around and start heading your way.
I go as far as possible. How far can I get? I figure that Amalia's in there, so I have to either go save her or she's already dead. So one of those two things is true.
You can't get far. You just got into the cellar with your movement.
Okay.
The priest will follow you back.
The priest? The woman?
The woman. And she will she'll run up to you and try to cast inflict wounds again.
Can she see me?
Oh no, she can't. She'll That's right, I forgot you disappeared. She looks around. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? She looks down, quickly picks up her bag, kind of stuffs things into it, and runs into the building.
Ha ha ha.
Not the cellar, the building.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
What is your all's plan from this point?
I am going. Well, I mean, tell me when
You can
it's
work
my-
together on this because basically before you can get there, you see you'll be able to figure out that Amalia is Victoria. She's probably planning to change soon. Let's ask it this way: what is Victoro's plan? Amalia's, Alpha/Fig's plan, who is currently Victoro.
I want to. My plan was to walk out of the cellar and tell the old lady to halt.
Okay, you
Have
walk
a
out.
child, and there
she's
have been
not there.
some changes. Do I see Fitz?
Nope.
Okay. Well, my plan was to exit and.
All right.
halt,
Fitz,
whatever.
what you
So
see Victoro
what
head
do I
out.
see?
You look around, nothing. You see the broken windows of the place. They weren't broken when you went in there, I don't think. But you probably assumed what happened from the giant boom that you heard. You don't see anybody.
I keep hold like a hand on the kid's shoulder,
Okay.
and I go inside. Are the
She says,
devils
"What are you going to do to me?"
quiet, child?
Oof.
And 'cause I need her to believe me too. So do I see in the kitchen area? Like
Since
everything's
November
just-
last year. Sorry.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Mazarata.
You look through the window. You do see her heading towards the back room in that house. When you look through the window.
the lady,
Yeah.
but no devils.
Nope.
No. I just say halt.
She turns towards you. Fitz, you see Victoro go out and yell, "Halt!" Not to you,
Okay.
to someone else.
Is the portal still open? Do I still see a glowing portal at the edge?
It's still open, and you see the figure, the demon figure in the center of that pentagram on the ground.
Wee act.
Okay. I'm still in the ethereal plane, right?
Abbott and Costello.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, what does that sound like, Listus? How does one Abbott and Costello?
I don't know what the
that's an
accent
old
is.
reference.
It's like,
That's a great
hey,
idea.
who's on first? See, I'm on first. Who's on second? You know, maybe sort of like a Chicago newsy.
Ah, okay, I like that.
I don't know.
yes.
That's the way I would do it. You know, listers. Anyway.
All right. So what you doing? You head out the door and you looks around and all you see is Victoria. No, you look through the portal and all you see is some weird woman standing within some weird circle.
So I run into the portal until I'm
See?
at the edge. And then what I want to do is blink back into existence, tell the children to fucking run, and then take another fireball and throw it at the back wall so that it hits the cultists at the back. Or maybe the woman in the middle. Whatever happens.
Oh
That's my
my, that
plan.
feels like a terrible plan. So wait, I just want to make sure we got this clear. The room that's basically on fire, probably in hell with all the evil doers casting in you're throwing fireball?
Yeah, this seems reasonable. I hope I don't get stuck in hell, you know? Yeah, it's fine. Everything is fine. I don't know if Greg is laughing evilly or what.
You run up. Let's see. Fireball is 20 radius. That is this one. So you can take a chance of possibly hitting a child and hit all the cultists. Or you could miss 2 of them.
I'm gonna miss 2 of them. I feel like they're all needed for the ritual, so I don't want to be the one to kill the children. Maybe they'll still die, but like I don't want it to be me, you know.
You throw the necklace of fire. You throw the bead from the necklace of fireballs, as it sets off. I hit the wrong button. Oh God, I'm sorry about that. That was a laser.
Oh.
It sets off a big explosion that goes off in that room. All
And
these
before throwing it, I've yelled, "Run, children, run!"
Yeah.
Yes.
All 3 of these go.
Yes.
They go up in flames as they just burn to death. The fire fades, and before you can even see anything, before the flame is completely gone, you see that woman walking towards you right through the flames, unscathed.
Ooh. Okay. What do I have to roll?
And she says, "Thank you for that. I was stuck in that stupid circle since the cultists had set it up."
Uh-oh.
Ah, crap.
That backfired.
"Children, stay here or die."
Oh, this
Good
is
thing we
really...
split up. How you guys doing down there? We're taking a nap.
Pretend you're on her side. Pretend you're on her side. And that you knew what you were doing.
That was a shot.
Okay, let me grab. I have to go get a glass of wine.
Okay.
Oh, I pull
And
out
a string for...
Question, what do I have to roll to go back into the ethereal plane? Because frankly, that's probably my only chance at survival right now.
Roll a d20. 50-50 chance.
And roll 25. I'm just kidding.
I pull out my flask, and I take a drink, and I sweat profusely, and, yes, and then I roll a 3.
There, reroll.
Oh,
Heavy
perfect.
reroll.
You rerolls.
You stay in the material plane.
Have you used them?
You
So
do
then
have-
I turn to her
That's a
and
good
I
question.
say, wait. I turn to her and I say, yes, my love. At last we can be together. I have admired you from afar for so long. And I roll
Maybe I thought I sent her.
to seduce.
Sent you.
We've got a
Go
dirty
for it.
20. -2 is still an 18, but I
All right.
did just free her. You know, I did just free her. Maybe she's into it.
Show her some
She-
chest hair.
She smiles and says,
Yes, I
"Do not take me for a succubus. Those foul creatures."
Huh.
Okay, that's
Never.
interesting.
Never would I do such a thing.
Uh-huh.
No, not at all. Not at all succubus-like. Just thought maybe you'd get a little bored, you know, want a little bit of action. I don't know. I'm just working with what I've got.
Alpha, you hear from the basement a giant that goes off. Go ahead and hide an enigma. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
I will.
Or no, do a perception check, sorry.
Because they're in the bedroom? Oh.
No, they left a bit ago.
Take it back. Okay.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Take it back. Credit.
God, why do I always do these things? It's because of these things.
I got a 19.
Because of these
Enigma, you
things.
hear in the distance a muted explosion coming towards where the orphanage is. Go ahead and roll an athletics check. This is just to gauge
Okay.
how fast you can get there.
Let me see.
Both of you.
Oh, my athletics.
It would be the average between you two.
2.
7.
7. Ouch.
Hmm.
Okay.
Really athletic.
Very
Roll.
slowly.
I'm gonna roll a d4, and that's how many turns it takes to get there.
Oh, dear.
Probably that was a crappy roll. I'm gonna do a d6. Oh, all my d6s are children. I'll do a d8, but reroll for 1. Oh, lucky. You're gonna be there in 1 round.
Yes.
You guys heard this explosion early on, probably the first one, and you just started booking it as fast as you could.
Thank heavens.
Um,
Here I come to save the day. Now that Gray hides on his way. You hear that song in the distance for some reason.
Amalia, it's actually your turn now. You hear You hear the explosion from below in the basement. Both you and that woman look towards it.
Headlong into danger, I will join the
Aye.
fray.
Sorry.
She says to Victoria, because you're Victoria right now, and she says, so I shouldn't... Huh?
You shouldn't what? Shouldn't what?
I shouldn't put these body parts in the dish.
That can wait for a moment. There have been a change of plans. Can you go see what that noise was about?
Oh, good. Send me the hag.
Okay. And she'll start making her way out of the building. What do you want to
wait
do?
till
You
she's
still have
gone,
a...
and I want to go
Okay.
see what's in that back room.
Oh, okay. So at the end of your turn, you kind of climb through the window and go towards that back room.
I still have the girl with me.
Yep. You open the door there, and it looks to just be a basic bedroom. There's actually 2 doors. Let me just bring it up real quick. There's actually 2 doors. Oh. Come on, go away. There's actually 2 doors there. You have the one right here, right? And you have the one right here that goes into the back. So, I assume you open the one to the back room, which is, it looks to be a bedroom of sorts. It doesn't show it. I don't know why. Either I forgot or it's covered by the black thing, but there's actually a door right here too.
So obviously she's storing some kind of body parts, from what she said.
Yeah, and you don't see
but
anything in
what's-
this room. It's just a basic desk with a bed. It looks very mundane.
So in the other room?
And there is another room there, but that would be the end of your turn because you had to wait for her to go around and blah, blah, blah. Fitz, back to you and all the fun that you bring.
So at this point, you know, I look like a 12-year-old child, right?
Fire. Nope, blink is concentration. No, but that doesn't matter. That's an hour without concentration. Yep, you look like a 12-year-old child.
Flirting with the mighty devil. Anyway.
So what I really want is to go back into the ethereal plane. Do I do that? Can I do that at the start of my turn and then go from there, or should I do that at the end of my turn? Or is
It has to be at the end of your turn.
Okay. So I flip my disguised self into a lordly looking, you know, as much like if I could be a male version of her, but you know.
Okay.
But
keep in mind that will take your action.
Oh, so if that takes my action, can I not go back into the ethereal plane?
No, you still can. I'm just telling you, it takes your action in case you're going to do something else.
Sure. No, that's all. So because I know that if I fought this creature, there's no way I could possibly win. So I changed my disguise to basically being a version of her, but male, and you know, and slightly mysterious, like a hooded cloak over top, so that maybe she doesn't know what's on the other side.
Okay.
And I look at her and I say, after all these years, do you still not recognize me, darling? And do I roll deception or persuasion for this?
It doesn't matter. She looks at you and says, "Don't play your silly games with me, half-drow."
Oh shit. Okay, time to go back to the ethereal plane. That didn't work.
She seems to have
come
something that
on.
looks straight through illusions. Oh shit, I should have known that for... I ruined
And I,
everything. Oh well. Amalia did a very good deception.
But wait, I'm not an illusion.
Oh, that's right.
I'm an
how about that?
actual
That's
shift.
right. Okay. Whew, I didn't ruin anything. I knew there was a reason I did.
So I rolled an 8, so I definitely don't. Can I? But I still have movement, right?
Yep.
I activate my flying boots, and I fly backwards through the portal and as far up towards the surface as I can get. Because this is going all kinds of poorly.
You can get to the back, to the stairs. Then we come to dead. Or no, she's not dead. The door. At that point, the door opens. The door's open behind you, and you see what seems to be that priest.
Oh,
and
good.
she looks at you and says, "My lord, what are you doing here?
Thank you.
Command me."
Wait, she says that to me?
Yeah, you look like one of the devils.
Oh, excellent. And I say, I tell her, I say...
Feed her!
Actually, I take it all back. She doesn't say that because you're invisible. You see her figure walk into the room.
Wait, no, I'm not in the ethereal plane, am I?
Oh, that's right. You didn't make it. That's right. You didn't. Yeah, it happens. She asks you what to do.
And I say, go down to the pentagram and sacrifice the lost of the children.
Okay.
Why? What?
They're gonna die anyway. Hopefully she'll
Why
run
don't
into
you order
the
her to
demon
sacrifice herself? Ugh.
I'm like, that would have been a great idea, Amalia, if you had been here instead of sending her down. Instead of putting her down at me when I'm already facing.
Let's kill all the kids.
The kids are already dead, alright? The kids are being told to stay there.
Were they?
By a level 1000 demoness who can see right through my disguise, is not at all charmed by my
The whole
personality.
point of us being here, I tried to save at least one, to get away with one, to come back for the rest.
I'm really happy about that.
Go there and kill
She
all.
lifts in the air and glides right through the portal towards you, coming into the material plane now that she's no longer restricted to hell.
I think we brought a demon into the world. I don't know.
And she takes her whip, which is electrified, and whips it at you and says, "This is good fun."
Do I have I'm out of spells, aren't I?
Uh-huh.
Am I? Oh, God. Yeah, I just take it. And I pretend
26 to hit?
Yeah, that hits me. Yes.
This one's not as good. 15 to hit?
Nope, 15 doesn't.
Okay, and then 23 to hit.
Yeah, 23 does. Yes.
Okay.
2 hits. Yep. Well,
the
that's
damage
good.
on that.
You take what is that? 5, 8, 13 slashing damage from the whip.
It's Joffrey.
It is non-lethal though. And
is that 13? Okay.
It's like a playful whip.
Did I just get a seduction or a...
It does non-lethal. It means if you get knocked unconscious, you don't die. But
oh, that's nice.
you also take 8 lightning damage, non-lethal.
Ooh, I am at 1 hit point. That is intense.
That's good. Then we are at.
And while this
I
is
don't think she has
happening,
anything else.
I finally give the internal monologue that I owe the chat, but I'm using it to try to woo her. So I say, "Yes, demoness, yes, take me. I can be your pawn. I can be your servant. I can be your slave. Oh God! Oh, that hurts so good. Oh, it hurts so good." And I roll persuasion.
Lethal appreciates it.
I roll to seduce with my
It's funny and serious at the same time.
To hit damage.
Go ahead and roll a
And
persuasion
I
or
roll an
performance,
11.
whichever one you prefer. Also take a drink.
I
Here I
I've got
come
11
to
minus
save
2
the
is 9.
day.
And then as I lie on the
my-
ground, writhing at 1 hit point, I pull out my flask and I say, "Here's to you, beautiful demon."
with that, Enigma and Greyhide, go ahead and roll initiative and see where you end up in the order.
Yes, yes, yes.
There's some BDSM stuff going on, so I hope you guys get down here pretty quickly.
I rolled 22.
Oof.
I rolled a
Wow.
crit and it's 21. Damn it!
Wow.
Oh, now you roll your
It's
crit.
time to kick some. What are we fighting here?
I don't know what she is, frankly.
Well, I'll take it. I'll take your advice. Should I attack her? Yes or no?
Probably.
I'll take
Oh.
that as a no.
Baby.
I'm gonna take a nap.
You know, Greyhide, I'm
What?
really happy you're here.
Me too.
Mhm.
Hope you didn't louse things up too badly. I was taking a really nice nap. What were you guys
Well,
doing?
I mean, we may have released a demon into Waterdeep. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Sorry, who is we?
I thought that killing the cultists would stop her from coming in. I didn't realize that it would make her come in. So
Wow.
that's not great.
Do not come. Do not come.
Do not come. Yeah. Fine.
That is the
Google.
cellar. You all are. Where's Greyhide? Oh, there he is. Where's Enigma? You are coming into the scene. Enigma, what do you plan to do? You hear death screams and shocks, and you hear some pitiful Fitz trying to prostrate himself to someone in this cellar.
I mean, classic Fitz.
Can I see? I can't hear, or I can't see them. I can just hear them, right?
You actually see the head of Fitz sticking out of the cellar as he's being whipped and shocked by something.
Oh my god. Okay, so can I sneak up to try to get a closer look?
Sure, you can use your cunning action to sneak. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Maybe.
You should probably also shoot her.
I'm
just
getting
saying.
there.
Oh, no worries.
22.
22 is very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. And what's your plan? To just sneak up there and look?
I want to try to shoot whoever's. Can I use my psychic blades and shoot them? Whoever's hurting Fitz?
Yeah, you don't actually see them yet, but what you can do is... You can come up behind Fitz, kind of sneaking, looking in, and you see that he is being whipped by this devil of some sort, in plate mail that I saw with black lines all over it, with big wings.
Yeah,
Thank
that's a
you.
badass.
Thank you. I love you.
Someone got something?
Yeah.
Yep, D8 to Enigma. Nice. What do you plan to do? You gonna use your psychic blade?
Yeah, I'm gonna do psychic blades.
All right, go ahead and shoot it.
Come on.
Yes.
9.
9. You gonna use a reroll or inspiration, or just keep it at that?
Can I use my? Should I? Okay, what should I do? Reroll or inspo?
Probably reroll, right? Because even with an enigma, even with an inspiration, you probably won't hit her. She's probably got a pretty high DC.
Okay, can I use my reroll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just rerolled, and I got. That's better. 18.
18. You gonna keep it like that, or are you gonna or no, that was your reroll already. 18. The
Yeah.
psychic blade comes out and strikes her straight in the chest as it goes through her. You hear her make a slight noise, but go ahead and roll damage. Yep, that affects her just fine.
10.
Okay, and then roll a sneak attack too.
Oh yeah.
Because you were stealth.
And she was a little
Always
bit
look at the bright
focused
side of
on
life.
me screaming at
8.
her.
18 damage. It seemed to have an effect on her as she grabs her chest slightly and just kind of shrugs it off. Not really understanding what just happened, but saw that it came from you. Then Greyhide. You're not quite up to the cellar door, but you can move up.
Okay. Do I see the this enemy nearby? Will I be able to?
All you see is the cellar door, and you saw Enigma walk up to it and launch something into the cellar.
I'm going to charge in.
It is.
Headlong into danger, and I'm going to scream. I'm going to yell as I charge into this door. Headlong into danger!
Yeah.
And you walk up and you see that figure.
You know,
do I hear that from upstairs, or is it?
Yes, you would hear that.
Okay,
and you
so
see,
I know
you
the
see
cavalry
this.
has arrived. Oh my goodness.
Oof, she looks like a badass. This
Like-
is not great.
What are you gonna do?
So am I in the room? How am I? Like I'll charge into the room.
Yep, you're
try
in
and
there.
Okay, so do I see any enemies?
sorry. Yeah, you're right here,
ones.
and you see right next to you this devil-looking thing.
Maserati.
Well, I'm going to attack this devil because if
Yep.
it looks like a devil, it's probably a devil, and I don't like it. I'll say,
It quacks like a
"Back to
devil.
the pits of hell, ye foul demon, ye foul devil," and then I'll attack with. Okay. I have this
gifted
new
you 10
shield
natural
thingy,
ones.
right?
Yep.
Can I use my?
Hey, thanks for the bits. Oh, it's Alpha. It's you.
Can I use my special, my bonus action first to activate the shield so I can do a
Sure.
two-handed swing? Okay,
Sure.
I'll do that. So then I'll do a
Ooh.
two-handed swing.
Yes.
On,
What's the command word for your shield? You can set it.
I'm going to say, gotta be something great.
I should have told you before.
Lumos. No, that's
Lumos.
lame. I hate it already.
Well, it was headlong into danger, and it just activated and went out.
Let's do that.
I
Also,
like
I say
that.
headlong into
Yeah.
danger. Why not?
Yes.
Headlong into danger! As I say that. And then, yes, with a two-handed strike, I'm going to attack that devil with Azure Edge.
Nice.
Mm.
Da, 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 da. Oh, sorry, I got to roll to hit first. Never mind.
Oh,
Ignore
yeah.
that.
Roll to hit first.
Do.
Thank you.
And I've used all my rerolls up. Is that going to hit? 14?
You gonna
I
keep
got-
it at that? You have
I have
inspirations?
one reroll.
You do have
Okay.
one reroll from 56 minutes ago.
Okay, so I get 2 attacks. I'm going to see if that one hits.
It does not. You hit her body, but it just kind of dinks off her armor.
I dinked off her armor. I'm going to
Yep.
attack again. No dinking this time. Oops, sorry. I hit the
Dink.
wrong button. Sorry, I got to do... no dinking this time. Huzzah!
And
Shittier. I'm going to do a
Oh, wow.
reroll for that one.
Okie dokie. your last reroll. You've used all your luckies, all your rerolls. You have some inspirations, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And it is. Ooh, it's taking its time, isn't it? 20? You gonna leave it at that?
Yeah, I'm good with a 20.
Okay.
That does not inspire confidence.
You
Please hit.
You go in and you look like you got a solid hit on her, but she brings up the whip and cracks it right at your arm, and it puts your projection off, and it goes wide and misses.
Wow.
Oof.
Okay.
This girl's badass.
She used her reaction, though.
Okay, well that's my those are my 2 attacks, Dagnabbit. I guess Greyhide's not as tough as we remember, guys.
Come on, Greyhide.
You're
come
on your
on.
own. This lady's too tough.
What, you're gonna just leave?
I haven't decided yet. I'm
Hey,
gonna stand
Alpha.
my ground.
What's
I'm
Alpha
stand
gonna
my
do?
ground right next to her
Alpha,
and
we
tank,
could
at
use
least.
your devil
Okay.
arrow. Please.
It is Alpha's turn.
Okay, so so I heard the headlong into dangers. Have a
Yep.
fair idea that they're all there.
You are currently up here in this room up top here.
Right. So what do I see? Oh, in that room I saw nothing, right?
Yeah, it just looks like a basic bedroom. It does looks like it's been used. You see a candle half melted on the desk there. The bed isn't really made. You see a chest that's open with looks to be clothes in it. But then you see the other door there.
Yeah. What about if I go through?
You want to open that door?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I hit the wrong.
Then I'm going to help you guys, I swear. But we got this far, I feel.
Yeah, no, great. Please look at all the doors first.
Oh, you open that door. I actually meant that to be a secret door. That's why I didn't put a door. Ha 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 ha. Ruined plan. Anyways, you open that. You open that door and you look in and you see what seems to be a stone table. Just a block of stone. It looks like cut stone. What looks to be a dagger. In a bowl of blood. It doesn't look like there's too much blood in it. It's just kind of near the bottom of the bowl. And you see a large statue of what you imagine is Asmodeus, based on who you know they're worshipping behind it.
And do I see anything else in the room? Because she said something about body parts. So I'm looking for jars or...
Do a perception check. If you want, you'll have to take your standard action to look around if you want to do that, though.
I say take the dagger.
That's just what you see
if
you just do a quick look.
Yeah, I have a quick look. No, I'm use my perception. 24.
Okay.
Throw the dagger.
You look around and you see, you see what maybe a toe next to the bowl that was kind of behind it. You look behind and it looks like, based on how it maybe fell off, was an entire hand behind the pedestal.
Oh crap! And nothing else.
Roll an investigation.
Investigation. Oh crap! I'm not gonna be wasting my reroll on this. How many rerolls do I have? Only one.
You? You have, going through it real quick, 2, 3.
Okay, I'll use one.
Okay.
Investigation reroll. Not bad. 19.
Okay. 19's not bad. Indeed, you can actually see the trajectory of that hand as it fell. It left a little blood splatter at the edge of the bowl, and then onto the pedestal, and then onto the ground. You could ascertain that she was probably pouring it into the bowl.
Pouring from blood from the hand.
Not necessarily. More like just dumping body parts into this bowl. But you don't see the body parts in the bowl.
Interesting.
You could experiment. You have a hand and a finger.
Don't mind us or anything.
Okay.
You know, we're just dying in the basement.
I see you have to go soon, Fitz. We'll just finish up this one round and then we can pick it up next time.
That's right.
Okay, so I have a hand.
And a finger. A toe, sorry. A hand and a toe available in your inventory. You look in inventory and you see a little icon of a hand and a toe.
Okay, I'll put one toe into the bowl and see what happens.
Yeah, you put it in and a flash of fire. It disappears. And ever so slightly, you see the bowl increase just a tiny, tiny bit using that investigation that you had.
So
take the bowl and throw it.
Yeah. I grab the dagger and I knock over the bowl.
Okay. Angelo gets a reroll again. Plug Ray.
Yeah, good job, Angelo.
You knock over the bowl and it and rolls on the ground until it eventually evens out. No blood went anywhere.
Oh. Okay. I take the I take the bowl and figure this out later. I put it in my bag of holdings.
Okay. Then we go to Fitz.
And with the knife, I also take the knife.
Okay, the ceremonial knife. Yeah. You can put bowl o' blood in your inventory.
Yes.
Bowl of blood.
Bowl of blood. Fitz, you have 1 hit point on the
Oof,
ground.
Yeah. What do I roll to take a healing potion? Because I know I bought some. Some
Nothing.
healing potion.
It just takes a bonus action.
Okay, so I do that. I take a healing potion. What do
You
I
just
roll
bought the
to
cheap
see?
ones, right? A bunch of the cheap ones, I think, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Do
you
have
wish
to
you
roll
brought
for
the
that?
bigger one? No.
Yeah, I do
2d4
now.
plus 2.
Right, I definitely wish I had bought the bigger ones, but anyway.
D&D on Man says he wish he always wanted one of those. Also, Fitz, you got
Bowl of blood?
you got a potion from the crowd. As you look on on someone just left a potion right on the grass next to you. Yeah, you can just take that one if you want.
Can I take both of them in the same? Oh yeah.
If you use your action.
Oh my god! I thought I was gonna.
You got
This is
8
all
from
I'm
that.
doing this turn is just.
And a 6 from that, so 8 plus 6, 14. 14 hit points back.
I'm just gonna add a 6.
Now roll a d20.
So I'm a lot. And then you know, and then I look at the demon and I say to her, "We could have been partners. We could have been friends. I could have brought you into this world." And then I try desperately to go back into the spirit plane.
And you do. You go into the ethereal plane.
God. And
you hear her say
once
though
in
before
the
you
ethereal
go.
plane.
Yeah.
Ooh, what does she say?
What does she say?
Oh, she would have said,
if you surrender, I promise not to kill you.
Oh damn.
Haha. Too late. I'm already in the ethereal plane bit. And then I use the ethereal plane to go as far forwards as possible because I suddenly remember that I told the old hag to kill the children and I feel very bad about this. So I go forwards to try to see how close to her I can get.
Oh, sorry, that happens at the end of your turn. The ethereal plane thing does.
Oh, so I can't move?
Nope.
All right. So I get
You could have
ready.
moved before your turn ended, but you might take an attack of opportunity from the demon.
Yeah,
from the
she's
devil.
pretty lethal, and I was dying, so I'm not going to do that. But now that I'm in the ethereal plane, I'm planning to go and stop the old hag.
All right.
Let it be
Speaking of
known.
which, her turn.
Oh dear.
She goes around the corner, and you just hear, "No, leave me alone!"
Oh no. Why?
Then we are at the demon's turn.
I feel
And she
terrible.
says, "Oh, there is more of you than I thought. Perhaps it's time to get serious," as she slowly unsheaths her longsword.
Oh shit.
She'll attack Greyhide. What's Greyhide's AC these days?
Thank you, Maserata.
Greyhide, Mark.
Mark.
What's
She's
your
gonna
AC?
attack. She's gonna attack Greyhide. What's your AC again?
My AC is a beautiful. I believe it's 21. Hang on a second. Still 21. The shield didn't increase my AC.
Right,
it
just lets you do
freed
two.
up my
Okay.
hands, basically.
There's a giant longsword slicing towards you. What's your AC?
She pulled out her longsword that seems to be entirely black with a gem pommel and a gem hilt, as it's jagged all over, and she attacks with it.
I'm going to move out of the way so that she misses.
That's a great
that wasn't
idea.
cocked eye. That was actually a natural 20. But one, she crits, but you're wearing adamantine armor, so it's just a normal hit instead of doing critical damage.
Yes.
And then a 17 to hit. which I don't think hits, right?
Ha!
And she rolled pretty bad. 12 to hit after that. Wow. So she only gets 1 hit off.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty terrible.
Yeah, so that's terrible.
No, I mean for you. But 10, you take 10 slashing damage as she cuts into you with her blade, and you see the blade as it punctures your it actually slices into your armor slightly under a panel of your armor. And you see blood go onto the blade, and the blade soaks it in.
Hey, that's my blood!
Yeah, you tell her.
You also take 12, 14 poison damage as you can feel your skin around the area sizzle as you feel the shocking pain as it enters your veins.
Oh shit.
Even a little hand job might be
She
hard.
only
in
hit
these
me
conditions.
once. Imagine she hit me more than one time. I'd be kind of dead.
Yeah.
Good thing your AC is crazy.
I'm angry.
Oh. Hello, Mert. Hey, Floon, did you deliver my message? Because, you know, we're dying, so,
You definitely sent Floon off. All right. I think some of us need to go, so we're probably going to end it here and pick up right at this spot next time.
woof.
I'll have to take a picture in case I have to use the
just so we know.
Enigma Greyhide Alpha. It's actually, I can show you. I kind of keep track of it right here. I don't know if you can read that, but I wrote it in 2 different colors for some reason. Enigma Greyhide Alpha fits the priest and the devil. God damn it. So used to use
Priest means the old bag, right?
Yeah, we always read.
Right.
Priest, yes, the old hag.
Oh, God. I hate her. Oof, wow.
If only you had an arrow of devil slaying.
Yeah, if only the person who had the arrow of devil slaying wasn't peeking around in children's bedrooms.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna raid Cayman Rejects.
Yes.
He's doing Starfinder.
Nice.
He's pretty cool.
He's
He
actually,
also
I think he might be playing Fortnite tonight. I'm not sure, but
oh, is he just playing Fortnite? Usually they do. Oh yeah, he's just playing Fortnite. Oh wait a minute. Let me see something. I actually did have plans today to never mind. They got canceled, unfortunately. I was gonna paint with free range minis, but he had to cancel. Something came up with his family. Unfortunately for him, I mean for me, but I hope he's doing well and everything's going fine there for him. But check out free range minis if you get a chance.
Definitely.
He's an awesome painter, and I was gonna paint with him. I guess I have to paint alone.
That day will come.
It'll come. I'll probably learn a lot from him. But for now, I am going to go ahead and raid Cayman Rejects.
Can we just say thank you everyone for coming? Fitz almost died again trying to save
thanks
children.
to all our.
You're good at that, Fitz.
Check out Cayman Rejects.
Yeah,
Even though he's
really.
doing Fortnite now, his main thing is actually Starfinder. You can check out his previous episodes if you're into that.
Yeah.
And say hi to him.
But
with that, we will see you guys later and play our video of an inside joke.
yeah.
I forgot to hit inside.